Good evening and welcome back to the Mancunian Way. My name is Martin. I'm your host. Apologies a little bit late. Did move it because LB was doing a show and obviously we don't want to clash. So what I was doing was making sure, and then he asked me to go on first. Found out he was at 9, we were at 9, so we moved over to 10, and then he asked me to jump on for half an hour, which more than happy to do. Today is not about Rodri. We can talk about that later on. Tonight is about Inter Milan and the post-match information from yesterday, all the interviews and everything, all regarding Inter Milan. Our first season, got somebody else to share from Pat. Only a couple. They were all pre-match as well, but give you a little bit of a taste of what it was like inside the stadium as well. Don't forget to smash those likes. We're trying to get to 115, as you know, while we're live. Also, there is a super chat goal, which is attainable, where all memberships and super chats for the next 3 months will be going to Alzheimer's Society and Dementia in honor of my father and anyone who suffers from this horrible disease. All 50% of contributions, half into the channel, half into them as well. And it will all lead up to a massive charity stream where we won't be doing them on air. We'll do a super GoFundMe for a couple of days, and we're going to do a 12, maybe 24-hour stream, depending on what kind of content we can do. But it will all be in honor of Alzheimer's Society, and we'll do it as a GoFundMe rather than the normal YouTube. Also, don't forget, I was on Steve's City Social earlier on, Steve McInerney, so go and give that a lot of love as well. Go and give it a love. We had a chat about this exact thing tonight and the future of Manchester City. Hello, Cameron, Dylan, Jambo, Tone, and Bob. Bob was asking where the transfers are. It's a Sunday, mate, and we had this conversation on Thursday. I think people think transfers take a couple of hours and done. My Northampton team back. Yeah, congratulations, mate. Oh, no, Town back. League 2 this season. Yep. Good evening, Mingy Wong. Pre-season is well and underway. It is. Mikado was fantastic. Yes, but again, I'll add a little urge of caution as Enzo Maresca has done already. They are going to monitor him over the next 2 or 3 games and then make a decision, see where the club is at and the squad is at before deciding whether staying with City is the best thing or whether maybe a potential loan is the best thing for his development. It will all depend where the squad is at. Outgoings, incomings. Got a little bit of news on Jack Grealish as well. There was a verbal offer from Everton a few weeks back, and it was a bit derisory and was not back instantly. So that's where we're at with the Jack Grealish stuff. Mamouche, Diaz, and Nunes are joining. They're already there, mate. They were there yesterday. Yes, CJ. Tyler Winters, Blues. Boys, you reckon we don't sign a winger now? Well, we'll see. Yes, I was just explaining that. Big up Paluma. Hello, Lee Gates. Hope you are well. That sounds so wrong. I didn't even know I did it. DC, hello, fellow Troublewinners and 4P champs. Good evening. Please smash that like button. And yes, Spicer, evening all. Make sure, yes, I agree. Panel members will not abuse anyone in the chat. And chat, please do not abuse panel members. You can disagree with us, but please do it in a respectable manner. Don't be, we won't do it to you. You don't do it to us. We can agree. So, but you can agree and we can disagree. That is totally fine. But abuse is no. Chroma Base for the 15 months. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. I like this intro music. It was which one? So no abusing bugger. Whoa. Could you also refer Mega Power Chat retaliate as well? Yes, that's a very good point, Briggsy. Thank you for that. Hopefully Treble will link up. I've sent the links. I don't know if anyone's going to join. It's up to them. They need to tell me if they want to join. Rodri or Bernardo, who will we miss more? I think we'll miss either. I think we'll miss both of them. Please no meltdowns after in the game. I don't think there should be any meltdowns after in the game. A up D. Reinders poor, Kovacic poor, Foden poor, Mikado amazing. I disagree with some of that, but it's your opinion. Oops, I've done a Rodri and jump ship from LB's to yours. I'm up. I'm not in trouble. That Rodri combo does my fucking nut in. Listen, the Rodri convo is so emotional. Everyone is looking at it from such an emotional standpoint. And I get it. And I said it earlier. I get it. I just think nothing we do. You see, I have a rule in life. If you can't do anything about it, why get so emotionally invested? I get it's football and we're emotional and we should be invested, but having a full-on meltdown over something you can't dictate and you have no say on. And I think this is part of the problem is too many fans think that they get a say in football. It's not football clubs are not a democracy, people. It's not a democracy. We are customers to a football club. I hate saying it. It makes my skin crawl, but we're customers, nothing else. We're fans and we're customers. Big up, Ash again. Danny, hello, mate. How are you? Watching Johnny Stones play front in November. We don't care about Rodri, don't care about me. All we care about is Buade. That's not going to catch on, mate. Yeah, Luke, let me know. K, give over, stop now, please. Just, yeah, I'll send it over, mate, anyway. So I'll let you send it over to you. I did ask Vader, but Vader's it's Canada Day or something. So I'm just... make sure I sent this to Luke. Nobody's come back to me yet saying they want to join, so we'll see. We need another right back, potentially. Big up, Martin. Hello, Simo. Kathy's with us. Buade news, none at the minute, mate. None. No movement. I have anxiety from the Rodri chat just now. McKay was decent. He was very good. Good evening, Magnus. Tried to ring you earlier. I'll try again in a bit. Good evening, Mike. Hope you are well. Steve, how to do with the chips on the shoulder? So, manner. Take a deep breath, DC. You'll be friends now. Mikado looks all right. Kurt, how you doing? Wait for people we mentioned for 5 years. Horrible condition. Great thing to do. Amazing work. Thank you very much, Kurt. My old mucker from mancity Fan TV. Top lad, Kurt. And I'd love to get him on here, but I'm not sure whether he would. But it'd be honoured to get Kurt on here. Top lad. Top fella. Love speaking to him. Thank you. And Tom posted him. It's confirmed in Israel. City will be going in for him. I've always said that. I've said me and Tony have been consistent. If Vinny becomes available, openly available, City will have a look. But at the moment, he's not available. So we're not moving. That's what I've always said. My stance has always been, I'm not going to talk about made-up transfers. Onstein has not put a tweet out about Manchester City. Fabrizio has not put a tweet out about Manchester City. Jack Gorn has not put a tweet out about Manchester City and Vinny Jr. So why talk about it? It's like me doing a show on Musiala. You know what I mean? I want Musiala, but Silla. Did you hear the news that dear man, the deal might fail? No, but I don't think he wants to come to England anyway. I don't think Donna last 6 months he went to run on show once again. What, one time? Yeah, I'm very bored of the Donnarumma stuff because someone put a tweet out early and I totally agree with it. I thought Donnarumma did one mistake, which was the pass, which, again, I get we'll sort out. Other than that, I think his distribution was fine. And people blaming him for the goal are just being agenda-driven merchants. He was not at fault for the goal whatsoever. The goal was Gabardio's and Kushner's fault. But it's pre-season, so why give a shit? Martin told, yep, just done that one. We are the mods, you are. After that second half, doing 3-2-4, and do you think we'll go for right back because we put Kushner right back? And Nunes wasn't there, Kate, so I don't know if Nunes will play there. Evening Blues, formidable, love it. Maresca out. Good evening, Drill. When's the next calling show? Asking for a friend. I'm not sure. I'm having to think about calling shows after what happened with Said. I'm having a real good think about calling shows. Because my scary thing is one dickhead will cost all this hard work. And I need to properly have a really good think in the next few weeks about callings. So there may still be late nights, but we may do it as people I trust rather than just a general calling. That's nothing against you lot because we are the best community. But the trouble is when the link goes up, people will subscribe just to be a dick. And that worries me. It scared a lot of people in the YouTube community, that Saeed thing. And listen, people within YouTube, we all speak to one another. Me, LB, Hussam, people talk. I speak with Dan Potts on the regular. Catch, Jay at the Catch I speak to. We have all been a little bit about that with it. It's put, yeah. It's not just that, Neil. People can say, how do I know someone doesn't come on and make a racial comment? People I trust 100%. It's the one person I don't trust. They could say anything. And yeah, I just, whether I do it as members only, I don't know how to do it. I don't know. It's something I need to think about. It's something I really need to think about. Not going to look too much into the intermatch. We only play like 4 stars rest for Academy. Trevor had a late night and he's still getting a deserved rest. How did he get a late night? Was he doing something? Oh, he was watching the game, wasn't he? Thought that was on LB on your thumbnail, but it was DeMarco. Buhari done this week. Should get news on Buhari this week, yes. I love that, DC. Pedro Neto, no. There is interest in Pedro Neto, yes. Man, I'm getting worried about Enzo. Yes, that does worry me. Vinny won't join us. I don't think Vinny joins Arsenal. No, I don't. Your my honest opinion, I don't think Vinny leaves Real Madrid. That's just my personal opinion. Yes, exactly. You look like a div. Mario here. Hello, Mario. Need to practice pens. Yes, we do. I blame Rico on that Donnarumma pass because he switched off and was too slow. Yeah, Rico didn't put his. Yeah. Would you take Stefan Ortega back? Nope. I'm quite happy with Ruller. I just worry about the homegrown thing. Do you think we win the Community Shield? Yes, I do. True Martin better cancel them for now. How about audio calls? Done that one. Some positive signs. Maresca on Saturday. Mercado, Savio, Semenyo look ready to go. Yep. I missed it. What was the outcome? 1 each, lost them penalties. We should not win the Community Shield. I hear that. At the minimum, go from, you can only get, I think it's so many. We've got to have a look at it. I'm going to look at the settings. So I do hear it. I'm not saying it won't happen because I am going to look at the settings. Yeah, people don't know it's in control because it's a public forum like Twitter. What if a chat went on a stream and did something inappropriate? Yes. Best way to do cards to record them and upload after the fact. Well, you do because that's why they're live. I mean, yeah, the other one is record them and upload them afterwards. But I can't put the link out. You can't put the link out on a recorded show. That's the only thing. The only way you can put a link, because you don't get a live chat. This live chat you've got now doesn't go out on videos. So recording them is impossible because you don't have a live chat. You don't have a live chat, Kurt. Kurt, it's not that. It's late. You don't have a live feed stream. Martin, your thoughts on McTay? He's going to go through it all. Right. What was your favourite? Troy, the Mummy Returns, or Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger? Which was my favourite. Wasn't a big favourite any of the Mummy films. Sinbad, so you can't do a premiere video. No, because how do I do a calling card? The video's already been done. I can't bring people in on a recorded video. Yeah, you can't do it, kid. It's impossible, mate, unless, because we only use StreamYard. I don't use other things that other people use. I know there's Streamlabs and all that. We don't use Streamlabs. We just use StreamYard. That's it. And then the other thing is the YouTube studio. Right, let's get into it. Maresca aren't Martin in, I wish. Right, City Extra. Let's go through what the lineup was. City did play yesterday, and the lineup was quite surprising, if I'm honest with you. Very, very surprising. But the lineup was very, very simple. I was hoping people would join us, but they don't seem to want to join tonight. So it might just be me, gentlemen and ladies. Let's get the lineup for you wherever it's bloody well going. Right, the Inter lineup for us was Donnarumma, Rico Lewis, Abdike Kushinov, Josko Gabardio, Mafuna, Kovacic, Reinders, Foden was the captain, Savino, Mbamba and Semenyo. On the bench was Bettinelli, Wint, Chabot, Nico Gonzalez, Nora, Victor Hayes, Echeverri, Mongo, who didn't come on, sadly, McAdoo, Branthwaite, Makassa, Elaine, Sangare, who I thought was shit, if I'm going to be straight with you, Samba, Heskett, Henderson, Hall, and Parker. Those were our lineups. The Inter lineup was Martinez, Pavard, Bissek, Carlos, Augusto, Diouf, Barella, Stankovic, Mkhitaryan, DeMarco, Esposito, and Idrissi. And on the bench was Di Genio, Prevero, Ferrato, Zelinskinic, Suic, Lewis, Hendrik, Boni, Fratisi, Caglihu, whatever his name is, however you say that name, I can never say it. Bobbio, Mosconi, Lavilla, Morello, Main, Topolivic, and Bastona was your 2 teams. Now, for me, I was very happy with the first half. For the first 45 minutes of the season, I thought Semenyo was on fire. Now, people, let me just get rid of that hat. I'm bloody roasting. My hair's a mess, but screw it. I thought Semenyo was absolutely on fire in that first half. Now, people keep telling me Semenyo's not techie. Semenyo can't take on a man. Watched Semenyo yesterday. Stephen McInerney put a great tweet out earlier. What has, at our time, what has Semenyo been eating over the summer? The man looked like a man possessed. I need to get me fan. Bear with me 1 minute. I've got no fan in here and I'm sweltering. 1 minute. There you go. Look, got a little mini fan. Bloody boiling. Roasting. It's some of the meds that I'm on now. Because I've been jabbing. Sent you an email. Right, no worries, Matt. I shall send you the link. And just do this to Donna and then we'll get into it. Right, sent Danny the thing as well. There we go. Let's hope to get Danny on. Right, so as I was saying, first half, I was very, very, very impressed with Semenyo. I thought he was positive. I thought he was on the ball. I thought he was taking chances. He was excited. He was taking his man on. I'm very excited, mate. You get more important callings. I'm just old school. Remember, like, yeah, just it's you can't have people. Some people can't be trusted, mate. Yes, that's what I could do on the previous speakers. Don't worry, mate. I know you're coming. Reinders was shit, so I was very, very impressed. Lovely ball. A lovely ball from Semenyo. And it was bread and butter from Mbamba for that finish, who's actually come back from his broken leg really, really well. And it was a lovely finish. Very Sergio Aguero-esque. Coming in late. Open net, bang. Have some of that into the onion bag. And it was all created through a lovely bit of play from Antoine Semenyo. Yeah. I would bring out the Belgian so we're going to have a laugh. So be careful, warnings. Okay. And I just listen, and I know people, my only criticism with the first half was exactly what Maresca said. I thought our press could have been a lot better. Thought we were a bit, when we lost the ball, we weren't pressing as intensely as I wanted to. And I fully understand that after 45 minutes. First 45 minutes of the whole pre-season. Inter Milan had 10 or 11 more days than us, so they're a bit more fitter. A lot of their players didn't go to the World Cup, so they're a lot fresher, everything else. I thought Savio was very good. I know people are going to be shocked at that. I thought Savio was very, very good. I thought he was positive. Yeah, again, the old things, big update was his finishing and the correct ball. But I've got to say, Semenyo looked frightening. He was taking his men on. He was positive. I was absolutely fine. And yes, the midfield was a bit shaky in the first half. I wouldn't say shaky, I'd say a bit slow. And I think you're going to get that with Reinders and Mateo Kovacic in there Phil Foden was in there as well as captain. But I honestly think first half, it wasn't just because people were bad. I just think it was the first 45 minutes of the season. Good evening, Luke. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. How are you? You right?
Yeah, I'm not bad. See, I disagree with that, kid. I don't think Foden was poor. I think Foden was pulling the strings. He was the one passing it around. Trouble is, it depends what you want from Foden, Cage. I think what is it? Are you going to get the Foden who Foden wasn't taking shots? He wasn't trying to shoot. I think he was in there for a certain game plan. Hello, Danny. No, you're fine, Steve. I was on that serious protein, the way you move, the way you played for City. The midfield was bad, everyone in it. Well, listen, short opinion. Except when nicog did come in. What did you guys think in the first half? Because everyone's obviously slating the midfield a lot. I don't know what they were expecting after 45 minutes of one game of pre-season.
I've said this before, Martin. I don't really care about the performances in these games because the reality is we won't see the proper City team probably until at least September after the first international break because the others come back late for World Cup. You're probably going to see an improvement over the next few weeks for sure. But I always feel like you got to give these guys. You have to give the Maresca time and the rest of, and the team time. Also remember, a lot of these guys that are playing, I doubt will probably play. Well, not obviously the Reinders and that, but like the Makadus and that, and the Sangares. They're good to get a bit of game time, bit of pre-season. They're there to help, obviously, sort of get experience in the team. Echeverria as well, but a lot of these players that probably played, I doubt will ever see them or they'll be sold on a loaned out. That's just being real. I mean, obviously, you never know because I could see McKay come in this season, but it's hard to really tell what's going to happen because I mean, Maresca obviously it's his first game, obviously not a proper competitive game, but he's style of football. You've got to sort of give a bit of time. Like look at Pep's first season in his first year. It took us time to get going into the rhythm. Even though we've got a better team than Pep's first team, because Pep's team back then was a very aging squad with a few good players that were coming through who were a little bit younger, but it was still a squad that needed to be obviously a rebuild. I think this is a good basis for him to build on. I thought I saw a lot of good signs from some players. Some players weren't so good, but again, even if it won 5-0, I still had the exact same opinion afterwards. Like it's just about fitness, and I think it was good. It was a good test for us at least. It was good.
I mean, so throwing down in people, I think this is what it is. People are wanting Foden 23, 24. I'm not sure you're going to get that Foden. I think you're going to get a different Foden under Maresca. Yeah, we'll talk Echeverria in the second half, mate. Go on, Danny. What do you think of the first half?
Well, this is what we were saying on Thursday, weren't we? We were saying scoreline's not really important. We just want to see how we're going to set up, how we're going to play. Can we see the signs? That's the important thing because a lot of these players aren't going to play, for the first team. So are the signs there? Then you can kind of, in your own way, place the players that will be placing them. Will it work? Kind of thing. To be fair, I thought it was an alright game. I thought the first half was steady, was quite even. So it was alright. I thought the second half was good, really good, to be honest with you. Obviously, some good standouts in there. Semenyo in that first half, you've already said he was on fire. I thought the players from Milan owed him money or something. He was just going for him. I was like, here we go. What's been going on here? But no, he was really good. I really enjoyed that, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm impressed.
Well, this is the thing. I'm seeing everyone do this. Ryder was just Paul Foden needs to be closer to goal. We're not playing Pep football.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Everything you saw, it's going to be similar, but he was playing a box midfield.
Do you know what I was really impressed with that as well?
He played a back three, for Christ's sake, guys. With the two of the wide men went. Kushinov was basically on the bloody touchline at one point.
I was really impressed with it. Yeah, so I was really impressed with the energy we had. How much energy for the first game we had. That surprised me so much, especially that second half. We went at them and was relentless. I was like, where's this come from? We don't normally see that in the first pre-season game.
Yeah. I think people have got to realise that yesterday was a typical Maresca system.
Yep.
You had 3, 2 go wide, 1 centre-back. You're overloading the midfield. and you let your wingers create. The creation was coming from the wide areas yesterday.
It's very old school Pep, innit? Very old school.
Yeah, that was very Sane Sterling.
The old school
wingers are very important to Maresca.
Yeah, and this is what people got to realise. With Foden and Shirker, with Pep in the last 2, 3, 4 years, the creation's coming from the middle. I don't think he's wanting Foden and Shirker. Maybe he will, but to create as often. I think he's going to want his creations out the winger, which is why I said there might be a chance Savio don't go nowhere.
That's what I've been thinking. Yeah.
I don't think Savio just to be. So, like I said, 3-2-4-1. 3, double pivot, form, and it's the way it is.
Yeah.
So doing this, I want Foden closer to this goal, and this is not
4-3-3. Not that anymore. It ain't 4-3-3 anymore.
This ain't Pep.
No.
So the trouble is, if you're going to start criticising Foden or Reinders or anyone else on not doing what you would expect him for Pep Guardiola, then you're going to be in for a shock.
That's why
I'm quite a bit as well where we bypass the midfield. It's just like overballs.
Yeah. Haaland and his team, I'm very excited to watch. It's what I mean. Bear in mind, people, that isn't even our first team. Yeah. Like most of them got, again, Mibama I thought was actually pretty good, but took his goal well. I doubt it'll be there's something, who knows? Again, it's Maresca. It could be a whole different team for we know at the end of the window. But I'm just thinking, like, players like Semenyo and Savio, obviously, I thought they played pretty well. When we have a Haaland in this team, Anderson in this team, and then we've got the players that want in this squad next season, I'm actually really intrigued to see how we actually look with everyone back in there. Obviously, you know, players like Covert Reinders, I doubt will be the pivot anyway. Like, I mean, it might be like an Anderson Reinders, if Reinders stays, it might be something like that. So, but again, it's hard to really tell. Like, it's still a guessing game if I'm going to play. But I'm actually quite excited to see how we just sort of develop. It's his first year. I just remember that we're not the finished article yet. Because Maresca needs a time to put this style of play into these players. Like, we're going from the Pep system for last year to a more wing, as Martin said, a wing-based create system. So we've got to get used to that. It'll probably take time, but I'm all for that. It's like climbing a mountain again. It's climbed a mountain under Pep. Now it's time for a new mountain to climb under Maresca. That's why I'm excited for it.
And we've got, like I said, we'll put check guy because you don't think Savio was good yesterday, Cade?
Some people will not think he's better because a lot of people still want their agendas, mate. So that's just the reality of it.
I'm not saying I wouldn't sell him, but I mean, I wouldn't sell him. If you still want to sell him, that's fine, but you can still say he played well yesterday. We can't allow our dislike of a player to not be honest on what's in front of us.
I think what last night's going to do in a way now is people are just going to be high on this. Let's get rid of Savio now and put McKay there, which is the wrong thing. But that's what people are going to want because he was so impressive.
It's what I called the Lamine Yamal effect. Everyone wants a Lamine Yamal, and again, I would like that as well. But you can't just force it. That's the kind of thing that happens every once in a century kind of thing when you get a player like that in your club.
But these are the same people who always say to you, Buadi's too young to be in his own midfield.
He's the same sort of generational talent.
What's the difference?
But I'm all for Buadi because he's a player that will get better and better with something like Anderson next to him. This is what I don't get. I just can we just please just have a bit of patience? Like, it sounds boring, I know, but it's not playing a video game. It's a lot different than that. People don't really get that sometimes. It's not.
You thought Foden had no energy levels?
What?
It's your opinion, Mr. Blue Sky. I mean, I disagree. If you were going to talk about him shooting from distance and being this 10 creator, I agree with you. But I don't think that was his job. I think his job was to be an 8 yesterday as the captain. But I don't think his energy levels were bad. It's your opinion, mate. I disagree with you. He was good, but I'd still sell him. That's fine. Stop this shaking right wing gimmick.
I gotta say, he looks good though. I've seeing how built he is this year. Over the summer, it looks like he's really worked out this summer. He looks a lot more leaner, a lot more physical. I'm actually intrigued because again, it's his first game back as well. Was in the new system. I'm actually just intrigued to see how he develops. Again, this is people need to remember it's a new way. when it's like that, you have to kind of just be patient with it. It's not going to be like a full transition from one way to the other. It's going to take a bit of time and a bit of chinks and sort of work it all out. But it will get there. It will get better. You'll start seeing a real development. But it takes time.
That previous comment you put then, Matt, about rotating Savio and McAdoo, that's the way I'd want it to be honest with you. What I would really don't want to happen is they loan him out. Keep him get him amongst this first team. There's something there. I mean, it was one game, so we've got more games. He might stink the next 2 games out. Unlikely, but he might do. But I think he just needs to be integrating this first team, and then rotation's key with it. I think Man City is the best when we've got 2 people bidding for the same spot. Competition. That's when we're the best, because you can't drop your standards. The minute you drop your standards, you know someone's there waiting to take your spot. And Savino might need that. That's what he might need. And McAdoo, you know, he's not got that pressure of just being dropped in that spot. He's got that rotation in him. He can start a few games. He can be brought in here and now and again, and it'll be the perfect introduction for him.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, I think what it is, right? Like, I'm actually intrigued to see how Nunes, Diaz, and Marmoush fit into the system. Because again, like Marmoush is still here. Like, if he some players might work differently on the Maresca do under Pep. It doesn't mean Pep's bad or Maresca's bad. Like, some players just work better under different managers. It can happen. So you might see the best of Marmoush under Maresca compared to a Pep. Yeah, that's why I always feel like it's good to give every player the season before a chance to see how they do under the new manager before selling them on. Get at least a year. That's what I always say.
I think Savino's going another year.
I've seen it took 45 minutes, everyone, all the Foden haters to come back out again.
There is a lot of this. I was actually surprised with the comments. Like, out of all of it, focus on the positives. There's so much positive to come out of last night.
I'm not saying Foden was great. I don't think he was bad at all. I think people don't understand the tactical side of what we were playing. People are still trying to set up with the Pep system.
Yeah.
And we're not playing a Pep system anymore. It looks like we're going to go back to wingers.
Centurion style, possibly.
I think Rich and Ozzy will be happy. We're seeing that yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, there was no Elliot Anderson. There was no Buada. I said this, people are taking too much what was done yesterday. 75% of your first team wasn't there.
I imagine what it's like when we put them into that.
Haaland,
that was a very good interside that have had 11 more days than us, and we dominated them.
Yeah,
dominated them.
For me, the only negative was penalties. But then again, though, it was Kusanov, Aitnuri, and Nico G. If that was our main team, Haaland would have taken one. Look, them guys work just in case it happens. Work on penalties.
Foden wasn't on the pitch, mate. See, this is right now. You just told me something. You weren't watching the game. You just told me something now, Mr. Blue Sky. Did you watch the game? Foden wasn't on the pitch. He'd been subbed off.
He wasn't. He was subbed off. Yeah.
If Foden and Semenyo on, they'd have been taking penalties.
This is what I'm saying. Do people not understand? Right, you just showed me, Mr. Blue Sky. You didn't watch the game.
Whingers.
And it's fine. If you've not watched the game, that's fine, because I understand paying $9.99 was hard for some people.
Highlights there on YouTube.
But when you say a comment of, why didn't Foden take a penalty as captain? Well, he wasn't on the pitch. He'd been subbed off. So you just told me now that you've got an agenda, which is fine. Just, I wish people would just own the agenda. Look, imagine doing that in a UCL knockout game. It was pre-season.
Oh my God, guys!
Can you imagine the meltdowns if that team started in a UCL game?
Well, but Danny, I'll X and deleting it. No, I'm not looking at it.
Oh, come on, no, come on! Doing that in the UCL game, it was a dick around, mate.
It's a pre-season game, lads. No one cares about the result. We won 5-0.
What are you doing?
Like, if we won 5-0, would anyone have cared? Well, no, because it's not an actual competitive game. It was a competitive
Who told
game.
the defender to take penalties? Probably said he wants to take one, and they decided.
Yeah.
There is no point in only analysing bad performances in pre-season. I don't get what people want. Honestly,
I don't
seriously.
get all this bad's coming for. I don't think it was a bad game. I don't get it.
Danny, we dominated the game.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I was so surprised. I don't even remember that Thursday night chat when I said, made a comment going, there'll be some games we might get battered in. I was quite worried that might be a game we got battered in, to be honest with you. They had a game before us, didn't they, in Milan? They've already had a pre-season game.
Yeah, they did, I think.
So I thought, oh, do you know what? They might.
We'll get back to the pitch and take one. Yeah, bollocks to the rules. You're taking one. Let's get someone out. Let's get someone out of the crowd.
Only opinions.
Yeah, it was something like 20. We had 60% possession, 8 shots on target. We battered them.
Again,
second half, Inter didn't even have a kick.
I think if we had more, maybe if we had a Haaland up front, might have been a whole different game.
That's what I thought. There was so many balls going into that box. I thought if Haaland was there now, he'd be having a field day.
You know what? That's what I thought. I thought if Haaland's on here with these balls coming in,
Champions League, I think we've got.
He's gonna have a field day, and we are.
And isn't this what we've been crying out for? Feed the balls to Haaland. Just get the ball to Haaland, and that's what we're doing. Yeah. He wasn't there.
Do you know the mad thing was? What I even noticed was I was sat there and I'm going, "There's no Doku." Because I think Doku's going to thrive in this team if he can get the speed of it going.
Yeah,
I thought, but people are going, ain't Nori was crap. Read somewhere. I don't know what people were wanting. The only one I was a bit disappointed in was Sangara. I thought he was the invisible man in the second half because I thought the people he was doing, I thought he was lovely. I thought he was a great player for the EDS, and I thought he did very well in the what was that shield we played him? When the not auto windscreen, what's it called? Virtue Trophy. Virtue. I thought he did very good in that. Yesterday, I thought he was a bit of an invisible man.
He might be a player that we sort of like give a go and they might sell on for a lot more money. Kind of thing. Like some players like that just don't really. So again, he might be a good player in another team. Well, it is only one game as well, only his first game. So let's give him a bit more game time before we start saying he's crap or whatever. But I do think that he wasn't at his best. But I said we've got more games to come up as well.
There is always them borderline players, and they're too good to be in the academy, but they're not quite at a Man City first team level. So
that's why I want to be careful with McAdoo, mate. I don't want to. Yeah. And I think Maresca made a great point on it. I could take a pen after 14, never not even in training. The thing is, I did notice really because he made a lot of changes. Once about the equaliser, I thought Gavardio was a bit lazy on the kick out.
He was, yeah.
Give it straight to them. Him and Kushinov on that goal with a bit of sleep.
But it is
Donnarumma saves it. And we just gave them the ball right back, and it was a bit of a clumsy goal to give away.
It surprised me how he did that. To be fair, I can't to double look. It was that Guardiola that did it. I was like, well,
I just put it down to lack of game, sharpness.
Well, he's been out for how long?
It was a lazy leg. They went out early in the World Cup, Croatia. So did Uzbekistan. So Kushinov and Guardiola have had a bit of time off, and sometimes it does take a bit of time to get back into it.
Rico Lewis, though, I'm going to say it. I like him, I really do, but I don't think he's good enough for us. I've given him so much time I want him to work out, but it's just, I don't know whether it's... I mean, look, if he stays as a squad player, fine, but I just don't think he's going to be a right back starter for this team. And in the midfield, we've got... I mean, I could be wrong, some people might think differently, but has he really improved much in the last year or two?
I just, like I said, well, what do you think?
I prefer him in midfield than at the back.
Yeah.
I thought there was pros and cons to it. He certainly went at people a lot more, and he had a lot more energy, and I like that, but is he going to make it in the first team?
Probably not. No, I like him. As a player, I respect so much for how much he gives the team. He tries his best, I know that, but some players just don't have that quality in them. I feel like for a team of what we need, I think as a homegrown player, it's fine, but you know what I mean. Like someone like O'Reilly has to have that physicality about him where he can sort of do that across the pitch. Now, obviously, it's not his full day. It's not all. That's just how he is what it is. But I don't think he suits us. I think he might do well at like a mid-table team, so maybe like a Brentford or someone that way. He really do really well for them, I think. But I just think some younger players just don't suit us, but I just haven't got the quality of the star quality. That's why I think McKady, for me, I really like him, but we've got to remember, like, this was his first, like, a third or fourth game playing for the first team, and against good opposition as well. Not like a League One, League Two team. It's like a proper European team. Not obviously, and the Bradman is not in the full team either. We've got to be patient with these guys. We can't be forced these guys into everything, and because, again, I know everyone's excited about young players. We all are about youth players coming through and sort of the next guy coming through. But you've got to realise that these guys are very young. You can't be forced, again, the way your mouth's been handled by Barcelona been quite poor, because, again, I know he's a talented player, but he's also vulnerable to get injuries at that age, where he get a lot of hamstring injuries.
You're on about Rico. Where would you sell him then? Where is Rico's level?
I said before, but maybe like a Brentford, something like that, like a mid-table team, not far off the Europa League, something like that, probably.
Don't know.
Is that harsh?
Well, I'd say mid-table. I mean, Forest were after him, weren't they? Originally. So
were Palace. Palace were after him. Fulham had a look at him. So you're probably right about a mid-table team. I mean, by the way, I don't like his hair. But me, I'm not a fashion guru, but Jesus, man. And by the way, congratulations on his.
Well, I can't make any comment in that department, so I'm saying that's silent.
We will talk about that formidable when we come to it in the second half. Mifune, I thought did okay.
Yeah.
I was okay for the first 45 minutes. I was okay. What I was after yesterday was the clear objectives of a Maresca system, and I was getting it. And the second half, when we made those changes, I was even happier, because what I saw was the ball being moved with tempo and quickness and with a direction. It wasn't 15,000 passes in the middle to nowhere. And the one thing, people are going to kill me with this, I thought, other than the one thing Donnarumma did wrong, which was the pass out, which watching it back, don't think was fully his fault. I think Rico put us in a little bit of that situation as well.
Yeah.
I thought Donnarumma's distribution was fine.
The problem is, Martin, is that people who have that agenda against him will amplify that one thing and make it like it's worse than what it is. Again, I'm not saying that no keeper the world, by the way, is perfect. By the way, not even the great Neuer in his prime was perfect and everything. Like no one is ever going to be perfect. So people need to understand that now. But in the day, right, we can't control who stays at the club, who plays for the team. We're just the fans at the end of the day. We just support the players that play on the team. Like, if you're a Trafford fan, fair enough. But again, he's not going to be here anymore. Going to Leeds, it is what it is. And what you got to do is, instead of just hating on these players, why not just say, you know what, he's going to be here. I'm not going to agree with a player leaving, but I'm just going to get behind them. Don't just. That's what I don't like about everything nowadays. It's just so hatred. It's really bizarre to me.
You know, I listen. Someone put it very clear on X earlier. We had Edison, and everyone wanted to go a shot-stopping keeper. We get the shot-stopping keeper, now everyone wants to go back to the ball-kicking keeper. And I understand the Maresca style of play. I don't think his kicking was anywhere near as bad as what people were saying. There was a couple. I was watching him spray the ball out to the left, over to the right. I thought it was fine. Yes, you are going to have to cut out the mistake that he made, which put us in a little bit of trouble. But that, for me, is where you bring a defender back to collect the ball closer to him in those situations. Or you double up. You stop that from happening in some fashion. Now, that's to be dealt with on the training ground. At the end of the day, Donnarumma is our number one. And it ain't going to change people. And slagging him off and having a go, we can constructively criticism 1,000%. But doing that is shit, is crap, blah, 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 you're being a bit of a dick.
You know what? I don't want to rehash an old debate about the Trafford Donnarumma, but what gets me about this whole thing with the Trafford situation, people have short-term memories. Because if you go back to August when Trafford was number one, before we got Donnarumma in, 2 games he got cooked in, Brighton and Tottenham. And what was the next game after that? United. If we hadn't bought Donnarumma, and he'd have gone out against United and stunk the joint out, everyone would have turned on him. Get him out, and they'd have gone, why didn't we buy Donnarumma? And it'd been too late to do it. The club at that point had a decision to make. Do we buy Donnarumma and upset Trafford a bit, or do we stick with Trafford?
So look at that Hoof-Rumour. I don't think he was Hoof-Rumour.
Donnarumma's kept us in so many games in the Prem last season. Liverpool.
I mean, I agree. We're talking about getting out the press. That's where we may have to double up or overman. I don't know how you do it. But at the end of the day, Maresca has chosen Donnarumma. We're not going to buy another keeper halfway through the season. Donnarumma is your number one, and we'll have to find a way around it. Or he improves in it. I just don't understand it was like a generational meltdown on him again yesterday. It got nasty again. And I don't see how that helps. Trafford's gone.
And I think he'll regret that decision going, being completely honest with you. I don't think Donnarumma is going to stick around too long. And I think eventually when he goes, then it would have been Trafford's. Because look at the improvement he got taken out. After August, he got taken out and he was training with Donnarumma. No pressure on him at all. He come back in them cups. He's a completely different goalkeeper. But that's what people remember him for, the cup run. But stick Donnarumma in them cup runs, you get the same results. Different games.
I don't think Henrik. We've not been linked with him, and I don't think we've got enough young players. I want someone with a better quality as well. Simple, easy passes. We'll agree to disagree, Mario. I don't think it was. A lot of them passes I couldn't do, mate, and you couldn't do. You couldn't do a lot of them. So yeah. And I disagree. I think he was good at his kicking yesterday, apart from one.
That's a bit of a kinky comment, isn't it?
Yeah. Good evening, Trevor. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thoughts then? Yeah, I've just done that one, mate. City will regret selling Trafford, but we won't.
No.
I think it'll be the way around.
Regret selling anyone, Jesus.
He's going to Leeds, guys. I mean,
he's only good at shot stopping. He's poor at claiming crosses, commanded his box. Again, didn't see any of that, mate. Did you see the penalty save?
But this is what people were crying out for when they wanted Edison out and they were hounding him out the club.
This is the bit I don't understand. What you're asking for a perfect goalkeeper. It takes one game for all the toxicity to come back out on a pre-season game. Grow fucking up.
You know, if we'd have won the league last season, that save against in Anfield that Donnarumma did would have been played non-stop, because that would have been that's the reason we won the league. That saved us. That saved.
And also the Abumo save as well in his first game. That Abumo save as well. Like,
if you are looking for it, it's the same thing. Like, if you're looking for something, you'll find it. Every pass and every kick you'll say is simple. Every pass that Trafford does, you'll say is amazing. Every save that Donnarumma does, you'll say any keeper can make that save. Any save that Trafford does, you'll say is world class. And that is the way football works. It's the same way with Foden. It's the same way with Savio. It's the same way with Rodri. The same way with KDB. If you love a player, you'll hype it up to the moon. If you're not so keen in it, you'll say it's simple or it could have been done better by somebody else.
So are we expecting Leeds to be in the top half of the table then next season with Trafford in there and challenging up there?
They're beating Liverpool at the minute, so yeah.
In what, pre-season?
Yeah. So are we expecting Tottenham to win the league because they dicked all over Chelsea?
Exactly.
And do you think players are going to want to sign for us if we keep slagging them off like on a pre-season as well? Thierry Silva says, Trev, your thoughts on Savino's performance yesterday?
Meh. I don't see what the buzz is about. He was better than previously, but I didn't think he was anything special.
It's also the first game back, isn't it? So we better time to sort of see more of it.
And don't get me wrong, I'm a Savino. I'm a Savino inner. I'm more than willing to give him one more season. But I've, I'm not one of those who joins in on the bagging of Savio ever. But I think people see what they want to see sometimes. I just thought he was all right.
Oh, they are. Leeds United are beating Liverpool 4-2, so Liverpool are getting
hilarious.
Relegated. So Liverpool are being relegated then.
Without Trafford. Without Trafford, it'd be 4-0.
Trafford joys get worse. I'm joking about. I like Trafford. I would find it funny, but yeah.
I'm almost at the stage. Given the shit that Donna's getting, I'm almost at the stage of proposing that we hold a party to celebrate when Trafford was sold every season. Just because, and I don't want Trafford to go either, but I'm just sick of the Traffordistas slagging Donnarumma off. I'm just bored of them.
And these are the same people who slagged off.
They're turning me against Trafford. I want a Trafford out party every year now.
The thing is with the Donnarumma stuff, you always hear the Donnarumma fans will, the Donnarumma dislike, and it's fine, it's their opinion, but what they'll say is we're constructively criticising. But then the way they talk about another player, or if we do that, it's different. What it is people, and I get it, people are suiting what they like.
Yeah.
I understand it. At the end of the day, Maresca's happy with it. Maresca made this decision. That's enough trust for me.
Exactly.
He's where the bookend. If he decided that's happening.
We're saying Pep Guardiola and Maresca are both wrong.
It's not it's not that it's toxic, but it's when you get abused, not you personally, but it gets abusive. That's why it's like that's where it's going.
I'll tell you when it becomes a bit toxic, man, when people are making stuff up. What happened yesterday?
Yeah.
His kicking wasn't piss poor yesterday.
Correct. It wasn't.
I don't know where this piss poor. I watched the game. We were all saying it in the chat. I don't get. People were looking for it yesterday. There was one mistake.
Yeah. No,
and then it's like we saw before, though, man. A lot of people don't tend to watch the games, and then they pick out flaws that everyone says is day one. His kicking's not the best. Well, it was all right in that game. So did you watch the game?
Yeah,
or
that's
you're just thinking about something we've always gone through on.
The toxicity is his passes he did yesterday were simple, but they weren't. I can't chip out.
Donna is piss poor at most things. Really? Is he really?
That's been toxic.
That penalty save he didn't seem basic.
Yeah.
But it's lost the game. How's that his fault?
Our board back there, manager Benzo wanted Donna gone, then he would have gone City. Give exactly that one mistake could have considered. It's pre-season, mate.
Pre-season. What are we doing?
Here's the thing. Some people watch that game looking to have the things that they've been saying for the last 6 weeks vindicated, and only saw that. They didn't watch the game, to watch a game. They watched a game to have their own personal preferences and the things that they've said proven because they want to be right, So had he had a bad game, I'd be saying he had a bad game, but he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He made one mistake. I think every keeper will make a mistake in every single game on average. There is no flawless keepers. So if that's your standard, then there isn't a keeper that will fit us except for Spider-Man, probably. So, because he's got spidey sense, he'll know when the shot's coming and where it's going.
We should have won. We should have won
reference, I believe, from Trevor.
We should have won to get momentum. How? Because Jesus, 75% of that 11 won't be playing again.
Momentum of what?
They won't be going into momentum for what? If we play that 11 against Bournemouth, then I'm worrying, mate.
Yeah.
In fairness, we'd have won that game if McKady would have sunk those chances. I'm not slagging him off. Not slagging him off.
If Haaland would have played yesterday, we'd have won that game by 3 or 4.
Yeah. Easy.
But
Imagine
Spartacus, I disagree with
being
you because I didn't get a chance to say this yesterday. That was also caused by one or two plays in the outfield as well, mate.
Mm-hmm. And also remember as well, right, that pivot of competition around is won't be our starting pivot anyway.
Yeah, you're going to have Anderson and somebody else there.
Imagine if Haaland had been anywhere near the box when those Mikado chances went in. They are
That's
goals.
what we've all just said. We've all said that, yeah. Exactly. And that's what's getting me excited. That's what's getting me excited thinking of that. And this is what I said on Thursday. Don't look at the players that are playing now. Look at how we're setting up and think of the players that are going to be there. That's when you want to get excited.
Post World Cup Haaland, post Victoria Haaland. Oh, I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for it.
And I think we can go overboard a bit by telling people not to be excited about Mikado. Being excited is part of it. Is definitely part of pre-season when you're giving these lads a chance. So get excited, but manage your expectations. You know, he's not the finished article. But what I saw excited me. And what I saw excited me in the context of what Maresca said that he wants from his wingers, which is to be aggressive. And the kid got the instruction. That excites me. When a kid gets the instruction, understands the assignment, and then tries to implement it, that's a really good sign, because we've watched players before where they've been told to do something and they think they've got a better idea than the manager. You know, and they didn't last very long under Pep. Phillips, believe it or not, is an example of that. Pep really tried to give him the instruction for him to get it. And I just don't know whether it was because he's not very bright or he just was arrogant, which doesn't seem like him. But he did not understand the mission. He did not ever understand the assignment when I saw him on the pitch. And I could see Pep's frustration with him. And so, you know, when I see a young player take instruction from a manager, we found out what the instruction was later, but take instruction from a manager and then go and do it and not think that they have a better idea. That's a very promising sign to me. It's a maturity sign. And I think that the reason I got excited about him is that he looked like he fitted in and he played a mature game.
There was no fear in him, was there? No fear at all. He just went at them players like, come on, let's have it.
See, I don't agree with this. See, I don't agree with this. This is what I mean. Criticise Donnarumma, but I'm not going to criticise Gvardiol for the goal either. Because I understand it's pre-season and people make... Pre-season is the part you want the errors to happen.
Yep.
So you can correct them. I'd rather make the errors now than do it against Bournemouth.
Yeah,
but we brought up there about Gvardiol, though. We're not criticising, but we have already mentioned about Gvardiol. We've talked about it.
That's what I'm saying. You know, if Donnarumma's doing it in a few weeks, then I understand people. Let's have a chat about it. But it's like the first thing. It's like Foden. Foden didn't score 2 goals and assist twice, so shit. That wasn't his role yesterday.
No,
because all the creative was coming down the wings yesterday.
New system
coming down the wings, because now I said to you for ages, Maresca will use wingers more.
Yep.
And we saw that.
Semenyo.
We saw that. What's to not be excited about?
If
we saw it and it worked.
Would have scored that, aka Diego Maradona run that he did, should I have said that's goal of the season wrapped up?
If he had scored that on that 42 shirts, getting bought.
I think people are getting too ingrained into this pre-season thing. Pre-season is where people mess. They do mistakes. It happens. Listen, I thought Savio was... Actually, I disagree with Trev. I thought Savio was excellent yesterday. Other than his finishing, I thought he was excellent. But does it mean I want him in the first team now? No, he's got to continue it. I mean, we're going to talk about Ryan McAdoo. I thought he was excellent. Does that mean I should play him against Bournemouth in the first game of the season? No, it doesn't.
No.
Because again, it's pre-season.
And we've got to see everyone else, haven't we? Like Nunez obviously is back, so Diaz, and so is obviously Marmoush. I've got to see how he fit in as well. Like Marmoush, for me, is another one I'm interested to see up front, because he can suit the system. He could. It's going to be what he needs. And people are like, oh, because I know that some players do better under different managers. So Pep under Maresca, sorry, I'm not sure under Pep will necessarily work, but under Maresca it might do a lot better. It can happen. So, I mean, look,
I just struggle to see where Mamouche fits in all this. That's my thing.
But my point is, you're criticising Donnarumma, but you didn't criticize. That's what people are saying. You're not criticising Gavardio for the fault of the goal. Not saying you should criticise, but Gavardio made the error for the goal. But he'd made 2 crucial tackles earlier on in the game. It just happens. Things happen.
Yeah, and some of these things you can put down to rustiness.
Yeah,
you know, and I saw that as a rustiness opportunity there. You know, like,
I don't want to see Kushnov at fucking right wing back. Thanks very much. I don't want to see Kushnov ever that wide out like that ever again.
No.
Well, you've got to remember how long Guardiola was out for. He's not played that much since he's been back. I mean, how many games did he play in the World Cup? And a couple of games was at the end of the season. He was out for how long? Going to be rusty.
Yeah.
Believe it or not,
second half.
Have you done the full Rico Lewis analysis yet?
Yeah, we've said he's probably not going to make it.
No, correct. Where
I was going to come to.
Who do you think was playing right back yesterday?
Well,
that's my only concern from the game. I don't think
we were playing a left back and a right back. It was a 3 and 2 spread out wide with one in the middle.
So Cousineau's responsibility was that area as well as the middle.
Yeah. Now this is
that's what I saw. So
this is why I'm okay with Gusto. With what I saw yesterday, I would be okay with Gusto because Gusto knows that role.
Yeah, Cus didn't. He did his role.
Yes.
He's kind of right side central defense role. He did well, but he couldn't cover both. I think he can be a right back if he's played as a right back. I've seen him do it. He was good. I've seen him do it against Real Madrid, and he kept Vinicius Junior out of a game the first time he played against him. And I remember Mbappe looking up. It was a great shot from the camera, like shaking his head because he couldn't believe something that Cousineau had just done, and he was playing right back that day. So I think he can. I don't think he can do this role where he's got to cover both. And do we think that Nico O'Reilly can do that? Because we know he's an incredible left back, but is he going to be asked to do that kind of left back?
That's what I was about to say, because I don't know with this system. Because again, with what I saw yesterday, I'm more than happy to keep Savio. By the way, Kathy Lewis is signed till 2031. So you would need to sell him. This is my thing with yesterday, what I noticed. I saw Foden in a different role. I saw the defence very different. I saw the wingers be wingers. The winging were winging, like very wide. There was none of this coming side inverts.
The wingers were whinging in the comments.
I'm used to Doku sort of being in the 10 role and coming inside, and they weren't. I was seeing crosses coming in. I was seeing people take on their man and being brave. I didn't see a lot of backwards passes back into people. I'm not criticising Pep here. I'm telling you the difference between a Pep team and a Maresca team. And the one thing I saw, especially in the second half, and Maresca's talked about this, is the winning of the ball became so important. It was win that ball back immediately. As soon as you lose it, you press and you win. You press high up and you win the ball back. Victor Hayes looked like did his inner Johnny Stones, coming out from the back, bringing the ball forward into midfield.
Give a chance.
I'm like, but again, it doesn't mean I want Victor. Should Victor Hayes be? Is it fair to make him 5th choice centre back? I don't know.
So in some ways, that game is a great, and maybe the coming games as well, will allow us to start to answer one of the longest questions of the closed season so far. Which is in which positions do we need Prem proven, and in which positions do we need players to be the backup, or the guy who's snapping at the heels at the first team player. It's something we haven't clearly identified, but I think everybody said we need a right back. So. And the next question that I asked often when we didn't get anywhere with that conversation was who from the existing squad, including the Ute, do we think should be elevated into those backup positions? So that's my question now, I guess. Who amongst the lads that we've seen play in Hong Kong, are there any of those who kind of elevated themselves to, actually, he's the guy. We shouldn't be buying somebody as the backup there. It's his time. I think McAdoo's one of them. I don't think we're looking for anyone on that kind of right wing anymore because, he did well enough to say, he's the guy. He's the guy who's going to be the backup for that position. Don't need to buy anyone for that. And I think there are a few, and I'm looking for people to tell me I'm wrong, but or if you agree with me, who in the performance so far do we think put their head up and said, "It's me. I'm that guy. I'm the backup for our first choice."
Yeah, that's a good question because
I thought Nico Gonzalez answered that because I thought he was superb yesterday when he come on.
Good. Very good, yeah. I think he works in this style of play. I think he works.
The question for Nico G is whether he's happy to be that rotational player. That's the question only Nico G can answer.
Yeah, and I think that I don't know how useful it is for us to think about whether a player is going to want more.
Well, I'll tell you this: I know Nico G wasn't happy being back up. He wants to play, Trevor. He does.
Yeah.
Well, would it work?
Might not be a backup for much longer.
Why would you mean?
Well, someone might be on his way out. I don't want to mention the name.
No, with Rodri, I think they'll replace Rodri.
With who though?
So what you're saying, controversially, Martin, is that Nico
maybe, and you've got Anderson and you've got Boada. And you saw with Foden was more of an 8 than he was a 10.
He was, yeah.
Foden played the 8 role.
Foden reminded me of De Bruyne, David Silva in the not of that level.
Big up LB Raiders,
but the positions that they played in Pep's first sort of few teams, like sort of
interesting
that 8 role. So
right.
Yeah, so maybe if he's doing that, the problem is if Foden's doing that, he's got to be able to sort of trap back and do all that kind of stuff because Kevin Silva did that quite a lot. It wasn't just always go forward; they were doing a lot of all-round play. So if Foden's playing that position, there's going to be a lot of. I imagine there'll be quite a lot of running around for him probably.
My thing with Nico G is only Nico G can answer this. If he's happy to be not the number one, then great. Keep him. But again, we're back to the old adage. He was not happy to be number one. I know he wasn't happy last year. It's a question only he can answer that. Same with Mamouche. Same with, Kovacic. I said this, he's selling Kovacic for £5 million worth. I'm not doing a Rodri here, get 70 million instead of 0. If I'm saying get 5 million or get 0, I don't mind getting 0 for Kovacic and keeping him in the dressing room as a bit of experience.
Correct.
I don't think selling or keeping Kovacic has any financial implication. Rodri does, because I'd rather lose 5 million and not losing 70 and 80 million for the sake of keeping Rodri a year.
I mean, Nico might not get a choice on this rotation thing because you need a buyer. You need a buyer for him. If you ain't got a buyer, sadly, he hasn't got a choice. He's got a contract.
Yeah.
I
think Nico G plays more. So what are you doing with Anderson and Buhari then, mate?
Two questions on Phil. Why do we think that Phil believes he should play? Right. And where does Phil believe is his best position? Because those are questions I have now.
I think Phil would like to be closer to the box. I'm not sure Maresca will play that role.
Yeah, that wasn't the question. Well, you've answered one question.
I don't think it matters. My point is, Trevor, I don't think where players want to play dictates into anything. I think it's
where do you think he should play?
I'm not sure we're going to play 10 in this system. That's my whole point.
Yeah, but you think it's a 10, Luke?
Pardon? Sorry.
Two questions. Where does Phil think his best position is, and where do you think his best position is? Also, chat, let me know. There's two questions. Okay.
The thing is, I think De Bruyne and Silva played those roles pretty well. I'm not saying Phil can't do that, but I do think Phil right now is more of a 10 than he's an 8. But that could obviously change if he works on that side of the game, because he could obviously do that himself. But I do think he's more of a 10 personally. I think he would say the same thing as well.
Go on. Oh, okay, we'll look at the chat then. So we got.
I'm just really like said, do you think nicog is an 8 or a 6? I don't think it matters, because I think you're going to play with the double pivot, and then you're 4 in front.
It's really interesting that
because it was a 3-2-4-1.
The chat is split between an 8 and a 10 equally.
Yeah, no, I agree. But what I think what we have to look at is, though, I don't think we're going to play as a straight 10. I know it sounds like I'm a broken record here, but we have to look at this in a tactical side as well.
So how is Maresca? How is Maresca going to play him? Where does
like he did yesterday? It's going to be in that overload in the midfield, sort of a little bit advanced, but he was coming back receiving the ball. He was spraying the ball right and left out to the wingers. The creation was coming through all the wingers. Number 8.
What number? Number 8. All right.
Yeah, that's how I would define an 8. Now,
because I want to know what to look for in the next 2 friendlies if Phil's playing. I want to know what to look for. I want some clues about how he's going to play. Then I can say whether he's doing it well or not. And to be honest, watching him, I'm not sure what I saw him play as an 8. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but again, it is only the first game, isn't it? So it's right now we're sort of going off. We'll see one game, obviously, with not the full team. It's kind of hard to really tell where it's going to be. But that's the exciting part, though. Like, we're trying to work out what we're going to be like, and that's the beauty of starting a new journey. From the start, you're trying to work out what's best for the team, and it'll take time to get there. But I'm looking forward to it. That'll be good.
See, where I love to see Phil is on the edge of a box under pressure, because he's just got. He never gives the ball away in those positions.
Small spaces. Yeah.
Small spaces. He's just a magician. He's David Silva level good at receiving that ball under pressure with 2 or 3 lads behind him, and he'll either go through them or go past them or deliver something. But he rarely spills it. He's rarely profligate. He's, because he's just a clever footballer. He doesn't make those mistakes.
It's not a shaky versus Foden thing.
And where is forget that.
See, look, everyone's second strike. What are we doing here?
Well, so what is that position? That's a 10, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't know. A second striker's a 10 just behind the 9. We don't play that. We can't start changing.
For him to do what I love to see him do and what he does well.
You won't see that anymore. You won't see it anymore, Trav.
So Phil's going to be up against it to be.
This isn't
the best.
I said this earlier, Trev. This is not Pep Guardiola football system anymore.
I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about Phil. What Phil needs to be playing.
I think Phil can do the 8 role.
Right.
I mean, he might change it as the game's go on and integrates more players back in.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's still a chance. I mean, but it's just one game, isn't it? It's just something to look out for.
Chris Benoit, if you
ignore him, he's getting banned. Ignore him. He's been banned.
The thing I want to say, having lived in Thailand for 27 years, the people who talk about ladyboys the most are the ones who come here for them. Right? You're telling us more about yourself. If someone says Thailand and your first thought is ladyboys, it's because you are very interested in ladyboys.
He's doing it for attention. You're giving him
but this is funny. When I ran a bar in Patong, that I could guarantee that the lads had come up to us and like me or Paul the DJ for a natter, and the ones who were asking a lot about how do I spot if I've got a lady boy because I don't want to make that mistake. You guarantee that's exactly the mistake they want to make. They are obsessed with them. So, Chris, you're not being funny. You're just declaring your own obsession with ladyboys, and that's fine. Come to Thailand, enjoy yourself.
Can I just say that the phone, right? Fans have got to stop realizing this. And again, Maresca. Do you think there was a reason Foden got given the captaincy and why Maresca mentions him every single interview? Foden loves Maresca. Maresca loves Foden. This thing of Foden's going to struggle this year, and I think people are in for a shock.
No, that's nonsense. Obviously, Phil will do a good job as an 8. I think what it is I was answering my own question. Where do I like to see Phil Foden?
No,
that's
exactly where I
like to see him.
I think we have to, not saying the question's irrelevant, we have to take some of that a little bit out because, again, I think we have to, as a fan base, we have to come out of the Pep Guardiola system mindset. And I don't think my question was about that. I think my question was specifically about Phil. Yeah, no, you're right in saying he's a 10, but I don't think we're going to play a 6, an 8, and a 10.
Yeah, so doesn't that mean that Phil's up against it this season? The season I
think both Cherky and Foden will be up against it in the roles.
Right. Okay, that's fair.
I think both of them could struggle because if they're both going to be out and out 10s, they're both going to struggle because I don't think we're going to do that.
So is Phil being shifted to that because he wants to play?
I think it was last season.
Because you said he doesn't play a 10. So
I said this last season, and Luke will confirm that. I think it was being shifted last season.
Yeah.
So it's a 10-less season we're looking forward to because Maresca doesn't play 10s. Is that right?
What? So that
we won't be playing. We're looking at a 10-less season, a season where we don't play with a 10.
No, I don't mean a 10-less. I mean as in a Pep 10. A David Silva, a KDB 10 is what I mean.
Different way of playing. Okay. So it's like Pep. It's like the old school Pep, but it's not the same. It's a bit weird, right? It's like playing Centurions football, but not the Pep way of playing it. It's a different form of it, I think. So
the thing with Maresca is he's overloaded in the midfield, which is where the box comes in.
All right. So where do, because we ask this question a lot, it's been asked in the chat as well. What do we think? Chat as well, right? Sensible chat, not people who are obsessed with ladyboys. Where do we think that Phil and Cherky play together? What are they playing every game? If they're starters, and I hope they are, because I adore them both for different reasons, then where are they playing? What are their roles?
I would say, to be more accurate, probably 6, 8.
Mm.
No, gone. No, that's done me head in. Tell me the roles.
A box midfield.
Right.
3 at the back. The 2 6s, 2 8s, your 2 wide men, you 1 up front.
Right. Okay. So
basically, picture the treble season, Trev.
Yeah.
That.
So that does put Phil in that area, in that danger area, like 4 or 5 yards before the 18-yard box. That's where Phil's going to get. That's where Phil's going to be. All right, so he's going to be getting the ball either cut back from the winger, who he will offer inside support for, or he's going to get that ball under pressure to turn or do whatever magic he's going to do with it. If that's it, then good. So he's there on that left side of that, and Cherky's there on that right side. Remember the question: where do they, in an ideal world, where are they both?
It's 2 8s and 2 10s. Call it whatever you want, but he usually does play a double pivot as well.
Double pivot.
So it like I said, this may change. I say it's only game week. We've only had 1 game. Yeah, and I know I'm going to get some graphics sent for a link, which should suit this better. It's very hard on here to get graphics and everything else to go through it. That's why we were trying to use Big Up, because on Big Up, I get a full tactical breakdown and everything, but
nobody
wanted to come over to big up. Nobody wanted to do it. It's do or die for Phil this season. He has to perform. Okay,
shut up. Yeah, whatever, Matt.
No, it's his opinion. I don't agree, and Maresca doesn't agree, and the club don't agree.
No, he's got an agenda, clearly.
Listen, he's got a new contract, so people can just on it.
Instead of a graphic, can't we have like some, like a Sabutio with an overhead camera on it?
Stop wrapping, folding up in cotton wool, folding a whole wobble. Listen, low fat. That's your opinion. I will wrap up, Phil, all I want because I'm allowed to. It's my opinion.
Yep.
You don't want him, that's fine.
I wrote something on X yesterday trying to address this. And, it's 2 paragraphs, so most people won't have read it, but that's fine. But here's the difference. And I've tried to explain the difference about how people from Manchester, people who supported the club before the glory, right? Phil lives our dream, right? Phil, all of us, every Mancunian, maybe even Luke, who's not a Mancunian, but has, been a fan as a kid, kicked a ball around the street. We wanted to be. We didn't want to be Phil Foden. We wanted to play for City. And Phil has the arc that every Man City fan who's from the area or has supported the club longer than 12 seasons or 13 seasons, Phil lives our dream. It's romantic. Our attraction to Phil. He's family. When you come for Phil, you're coming for our dreams and you're coming for our family. And you will get dealt with as that every time. We will not defend Phil on cold, hard spreadsheet statistics. We will defend Phil emotionally, and he gets more slack than anybody else because we still have the romantic view of the game, not because we're old, but because we grew up as children dreaming the dream that came true for Phil Foden. And that doesn't mean that we are better fans. I love the international fans more than anybody else, probably. I think it's brilliant. It's the growth of our club, and that's all good. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Mancunian fans are superior. That's definitely not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that unless you grew up dreaming of playing for Man City, which a lot of you didn't, then you will never understand how we feel about Phil Foden. And it's fine, but please try to listen to what I've just said properly. I'm not having a go at our more recently acquired fans. What I'm saying is that most of you didn't kick a ball around the street in Manchester dreaming of playing for Man City when you were kids. So, Jimmy Gimble. It's definitely that.
Football is romantic.
But it's very personal. If you want romance, go and watch Beauty and the Beast. No. The game is romance. The game is defined by emotion. And if you don't, and you watch numbers jump around on a spreadsheet or on FIFA or whatever, and you think that's the game, that's fine. You're not watching the same game that I'm watching. I am emotionally invested in this club and have been all my life. And so have most of us, right? When you come for Phil, you're coming for family. You're coming for our dreams.
Can I just confirm single shot? Did Martin say Caicedo was a lone 6 with full back in Burton and Enzo playing? Yes. But I never said it had to be 2 out-and-out 6s. He still played the double pivot tingle and then 2 went. Now, sometimes it was an 8, 2 8s, 2 10s. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you've got to get into the idea with the box midfield. That's where we've got to get in. A lot of the creation comes from the wide men as well, which is why Maresca in his post-match talked about Ryan McAdoo, he talked about Semenyo, and he talked about Savio being very good. His wide men are natural wingers. They're not inverting, coming in and shooting in on the off. They'll do it occasionally, but a lot of the time the wingers are allowed to wing. Be wingers, take your man on, be brave. And this is why I'm asking. This is not a trick question. Did you watch the game? I have noticed there's a lot of people who didn't watch the game, and that's fine. Some people, and don't expect everyone to pay the $9.99 to get on the City app. I think it's wrong City charge that, if I'm honest with you. It'd be nice if they could do a free bet or $1.99 or something cheap. I think it'd be nice. I had to pay $9.99. I'm a season ticket holder. I don't, I meant to get a discount, but I didn't. I didn't get my discount when I was having to do it yesterday.
Yeah. Neither did I.
So you know what I mean. I think City missed a trick there.
Just hang on. Just let me finish this point. Spicy potato. Football is a business. No, it's not.
Not to us, mate. I understand it is in some, but not to us.
Yeah,
it is a business in some assets. When you are selling a player like Rodri, I agree that it's a business. When you're talking about performing as a player, and especially the academy lads, I'm sorry, the academy lads is not a business to me.
It's not.
I want the academy to do well.
It's not a spreadsheet exercise. It's emotional for us, and if that's your view of football, I feel a bit sorry for you, because you're not invested like other people are, and so I don't understand. Are you watching football objectively? Because I can't watch football objectively. Bill Shankly said it. Some people say football's a matter of life and death. No, it's more important than that. And for 90 minutes every week, or cup games as well, it is more important than anything else to me. And I'm emotional. That's why we go mental when we score. That's why we're gutted when we lose. It's not because the spreadsheet then doesn't look good or objectively it's bad. No, we feel it.
Wow.
And if you don't, then you're not watching the same thing. You're not having the same experience. And that's maybe why your comments sometimes stand out like a sore thumb, because you're not watching the same thing that many of us are.
Yeah.
And I wish you'd get invested more with your feelings, as opposed to my objective view of the team is that football is a business. I'm sorry, man.
Anyway, Trevor, I don't want to move in.
Yeah. I know, but it's a subject that's close to my heart.
I know. But listen, people's opinions, they don't have to.
But I think some of our other more recently acquired fans can learn something from this as well.
Some people don't want to learn, Trev. They're about results and winning.
Yeah, but you're a teacher. It won't stop me trying to.
No, I know it won't, but I know, but I don't want to, because there's Semenyo and Doku better than disagree, because I thought Semenyo was exceptional on the wing yesterday. I thought he was excellent, Jeremy Doku. So that's where again, I'm not trying to trick question. I'm trying to ask who watched the full game yesterday. Listening to a watch along is not watching the game.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it to be a dick. I'm not doing it to try and test your knowledge of City or say whether you're a bad City fan. I'm asking the question because I can explain it in a better way. If you've not watched the game, tell me I can explain it better. If you've just listened to an LB watch along or you've just listened to a Johnny watch along, you're not going to see certain things in the same way because you're listening to it on the radio. It can be different.
How many people did find a dodgy link like I did, because I can't for some reason subscribe
to
City.
I mean, if you did, you did. I'm just saying,
I accept my payment. So I tried City. I've been trying for 3 years.
I'm just saying that for me, Semenyo was excellent. So I thought the wingers were outstanding yesterday.
They were, yeah. They were good.
Because they're allowed to be wingers.
Yeah.
Rather than pass back. Again, that's fair enough. But like for me, I was like a bit more attacking play. That's just me. Again, I'm not, Pep's different, so it obviously worked for us. But I think this team is definitely catered towards playing more on the wings now. I think so.
Spicy, and that's fine. If you're not an emotional person in general, then that's fine. Yeah, okay. That's not a problem. Now there's context behind it. That's fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So we move on. You've explained it in a mature way. Brilliant. Right. I just don't want to get dogged down into a one-on-one situation. on Savio do touchline. Again, disagree. Semenyo did it. What you're telling me, Jeremy Docker, is you didn't watch the game. How can you say Semenyo didn't do it when we scored in the exact same way of him doing it?
It's really interesting, isn't it? We got people commenting on that game who didn't watch it, and I wonder what percentage that is. It's interesting.
Can I ask, Matt? And again, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm trying so I can give a proper viewpoint, and maybe I can explain in a better way. Jeremy Doku, did you watch the game fully yesterday?
And anyone commenting on the game, you're going to have to put, I don't know, some sort of code like WTG before your comment. Watch the game. Because
and listen,
it will be very clear whether you did based on your comment.
I'm not having a dig. It's not having a dig. No, I'm not having a dig at people. I'm trying to find out
how many watched the game.
Yeah, so we can analyze it better. It's like it's like if it's on TV, it's different, but you had to pay for it or get a very dodgy stream. I'm not denying that. It's hard for me to explain a Maresca system without you watching it and seeing it. And that's why I keep coming back to the treble year, because I'm trying to put it in a way that we all saw.
And no one's having a go at you if you didn't watch the game. You know, no one's having a go at you. It's just the fact that what you're saying about the game is based on a watch along and not having watched it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just different. You know.
What did you think of the overall second half in general, guys? And I want to come to. I'm going to come to. Can't get my words out. Danny, I'll come to you first, mate.
For the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I said before. I thought that second half was really, really good. We just went at them. It just the switch. Like I said, the first half I thought was very even. Second half we just went for them, and I was just particularly impressed with it. Honestly, it's brilliant.
Do you think all the intermilan changes?
Yeah, what was it? What was his name they took off in midfield? I think it changed completely and took him off.
They basically brought all their backup players on.
Yeah,
some of their young lads. They completely changed. We didn't change it till we didn't go completely till late on.
Yeah, I don't want to use that as a reason why it fully changed though, because I think we changed in the way we went at them as well. Like we just did. We went at them. The intensity went up, and the pace, and he can't fault him for that. And he made the right subs as well, which was good.
Well, Maresca did talk about that, didn't he? Chubby said that at half time we got him in. We had a word about the tempo and the pressing, and we said, and he changed it.
Yeah. And that tempo is going to be critical, especially if Rodri goes, because he's the metronome for the team. He's who builds momentum or decides to hold it back. He leads the press. You know, he's the trigger for the press. And those things might not be replaced by one player. It might be those responsibilities, those off-the-ball responsibilities, judgment things. We need bright players who can handle that or read it well enough. It's a critical skill. Remember that list of skills that we looked at 2 months ago when we first started talking about Rodri going?
Yes, we did.
We pretty much covered them all with different players doing that job. I think Anderson is a player who's covered two of them off, but the tempo keeping is the one that we really struggle to find from existing resources. And I don't know if Anderson is that guy either, but it's critical. And you're right, that second half, the tempo was upped, but it can't be the manager who's doing that, because we've done that on the pitch with Rodri. Always. It's one of the things that we are dependent on Rodri for. So who is it? You know, we're not replacing Rodri, but we got to replace the 5 core skills that he brings, and most of them are covered off except that one. So if we're going to be critical yesterday, it took the manager to up the tempo, and we don't want that. We need that. We need that tempo being controlled on the pitch, because that's where it happens, right?
Yes.
Who is it?
Yep.
Who is it? Who do we need to buy for that? Who reads that?
Well, I don't know. Could that be Anderson Bawadi together? I don't know. Or do you need a Rodri replacement?
Well, no, what we need is a tempo-setting replacement. Don't say Rodri, because that triggers a whole other
not
thing.
Rodri, all right, then, because there isn't that's fair play. There isn't a Rodri replacement. Somebody who can
Who's going to take over that responsibility?
I don't know, because I know everyone keeps saying Buhari's only 18, but he's played a lot of first-team football. Maybe he can.
At 18, I don't know whether you've got the vision.
João Neves did it.
Set the time.
João Neves did it.
Right. Yeah. Right. Anyone in the chat got a suggestion?
I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying that he could. It's like Ryan McAdoo. Everyone will say about Ryan McAdoo. But I'm going to add an air of caution. It's one half. And I think Maresca's comments were very grown up. We're going to play him against K-League All-Stars. You're going to see him more against Atletico. Then we'll see if he's ready for Arsenal. Then they'll make a decision. They may not keep McAdoo. The plan for McAdoo may go out on loan.
It's
I doubt that very much now.
Well, then you don't need to buy a winger then, Trev.
Because we've got that again, going back to a question 3 questions ago. Who have we got out of the Ute who can do that thing where we said we needed a backup? Have we seen anybody yet? Will we see anybody coming up? I think that on that right wing, if we were looking for a backup on that right wing, we don't need one, because I think Makado's shown enough.
I agree with you. I think you send him out on loan, there's no route back. That's the worrying thing. When you send people out on loan, that's what worries me. You don't tend to see him come back into the first team. I would keep him around the first team and build him into it. He's good enough to be a backup. There's not a lot of pressure there. You can swap with Savio. Because I'm with you, we keep Savio. Give him another season.
Hang on.
He's too good to go back to the academy, and I don't want him to go on loan.
Okay. Did you all say the same about Wilson Asprand against Bayern Munich?
Yeah. Wilson Asprand, yeah.
But we can give him a chance, mate.
We've seen him play in the FA Cup though as well.
No, the first game. Give him a chance. I mean Debbie Downer. I think he's going to be excellent. I'm not saying that, but Doku gets injured, or Sabinho gets injured. Are you ready to win a Premier League title charge around McAdoo?
Hang on a minute. Where's Semenyo playing if it's not the right wing?
I'm going to say you got Semenyo.
Semenyo plays the right wing.
But what I'm saying is,
Martin, good afternoon, good afternoon, and good morning to everyone. Martin, we did it with the centre backs when they both got injured. We brought Max in,
and we didn't win a game.
He didn't collapse, did he?
Yes, we did. We didn't win a game. We didn't win a game, Governor. What you're on about?
I get.
No, but we didn't actually collapse.
Well, Governor, don't do that. That's a real bad example using Max Lane as an example, mate. We didn't win a game. We got beat by Bodo Glimt. Don't do that. Don't do that. Governor.
What did I say? What did I say about McAdoo? Even before Caldoon, I said this last Christmas. I said they're one of the 2 players like Makassar will break through, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm not saying
they keep him.
I'm not saying breakthrough. I'm not saying don't give him a chance. What I'm saying is Max Lane's a bad example because we didn't win a game.
Yeah, it's not a good example, Governor. But other than that, I agree with you 100%.
And Oscar Bob as well. We all said this about.
But Martin, I've got to pick you up. You mentioned Wilson Esbrand, but you don't mention Nico O'Reilly. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes it works. Sometimes our excitement is warranted.
No, I agree, Trev. I agree.
It's rarer than most people think.
So what will happen then? What would you say to the fans if we do get injuries? Ryan McAdoo's called upon. We're trying to go for the title. Yeah. Ryan McAdoo's not ready for that role, and we don't win the title. You know what fans are going to do, don't you?
I don't care. I care about what I think.
There's two scenarios.
It's all right saying I don't care, but that's not how reality of the fan base works.
Yeah, I know, but do you know what I mean? I'll stand by
I don't want to destroy the kid at the same time.
Yeah, Martin, Danny's bang on what he said. Danny's bang on. You keep him. You don't send him out on loan. You keep him there with the squad.
Okay.
We need a bench. Saying about all these players going, Reinders and Nicog. We're going to have no bench if people are going. We've got to keep people as well.
4 wingers. If you put McKay under this, you've got 3 other wingers. If one of them was to get injured and it's before January, you buy someone in January, you get someone in. You won't just trust him. If it's after January, you're going to hope he's got enough experience in them 4 or 5 months playing the time that he's been given to be up to a certain standard to try it out.
By the way, I love McKay. I'm not saying don't. I'm playing devil's advocate back.
I know you are.
No, I get that. That's fair enough. But one of the things this academy can do, which we don't exploit enough for, the academy at time can save us 40, 50 million buying a player when we've got one there ready. Or they deserve the chance to be given to be ready.
Do we need to lower the expectations slightly then?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
You've got to remember he's 18.
Maybe. Yeah. Martin, I go with your idea. Martin, your idea is if we do get an injury like on Doku's side, your idea was support. Why don't we try 8 Nori there? What's wrong with that as well?
All right then. Well, on that logic, then, do you want to give? Do you want to keep Mabamba as the backup striker? Then?
I don't think he's ready.
Yeah, he's not at the same stage as
He scored a decent goal, to be fair. If he finished it off, so I don't know. It depends, but I'm not.
I thought he looked better than Sangara.
I think there's no backup to Haaland, Martin.
But then what are you doing with Mamouche? What we're doing with Mamouche then?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There's nobody else on that side for McKay to take a spot off. There's an open spot there.
Because I'll be real, I think I think Mongo we got anything. Is it Mongo? I think we probably got a loan.
I was going to bring in Jeremy.
Early days, isn't it?
We're saying he's done as well. We're sending him out on loan.
It's early days, Luke, isn't it? But it's only one game. God, you've got to remember it's the first game, lads. I know. I'm not denying it. Ryan McKay is very exciting. 100%. By the way, Simon Clark, thank you for the 30 months, mate. You, sir, are a superstar. Your kind generosity goes a long way. And we've gifted 5 channel memberships out to people as well. And I've also got some giveaways to give at the end. I'm going to show you that I bought today. They are in certain sizes. We're going to give these away on the channel as a prize. I don't know when and I don't know how, but I will show you the prizes live so you can see them. The next to me in a bag. Nico Riley was embedded into the first team over time and given a chance, was ready to kick on to experience. Mikado needs that same time. That's what I'm saying.
He does. But Nico Riley took his chance. He took his chance and he ran with it.
It wasn't just chucked straight in.
Right.
It wasn't just thrown straight in.
He was, pretty much.
It wasn't.
It was in because of injuries.
He got some pre-season, but then chucked straight in the first team because of injuries.
Yeah. What the 1 in 14 season is at the end of the season when we played Bournemouth away. I think it was in the cup. We got injured, and he came in off the bench, but he wasn't playing before that.
No,
he was playing in cup games.
Yeah, but Bukadu's done that. He played in the FA Cup, and now he's playing in pre-season, so he's getting some time.
Right, so he's played 3 games.
Well, I don't think Nico Riley played much more than that.
There's a difference between what we're saying and the devil's advocate position. It's not the same thing. We're not glazing him. We're saying he's ready. He's ready for his chance, not as a starter, but he's certainly in the squad and doesn't go on loan. The devil's advocate position is, if we overglaze him and he's not going to go, blah, 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 blah. But no, we're not. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is he's in the squad.
Yeah. He's ready for that next level of experience. Whether that's playing FA Cup game, Carabao Cup games, whatever it may be, but there needs to be a spot for him somewhere to give him that next bit of experience. Otherwise, how else does he learn? How else does he progress? There's got to be a path.
So that's what I'm saying. So using him as a backup winger.
Yeah, that's what I said before. A backup, yeah.
It's a backup that we don't need to buy in that older question of what positions do we need to buy starters and what positions can we fill with backups.
So one's in Monga.
Where do we need backups?
So Jeremy Monga plays on Wednesday and doesn't matter the match performance.
He's 16.
17 now.
17 now.
He's had a good game, mate. That's it.
McAdoo's only just 18.
Monga's never played in the Premier League, right?
Neither's McAdoo.
No, but he's played English football at first.
So Monga. He's played 19 appearances at Leicester.
At Leicester.
That's higher than what McAdoo's playing at.
In the Championship, it's not higher than
he needs to get integrated into our academy to learn stuff.
Hang on. Hey, Trev, can you tell me when Ryan McAdoo's played for City?
Yeah, I could pull it up. I can't tell you off.
2 FA Cup games against Salford and against Exeter, who both are Championship level teams.
But he's got the experience embedded into him. Being in our system, knows the
I'm saying Monga has more experience than McAdoo,
but not under City. Not under City.
No, I agree. I agree. I'm just saying. What I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying don't use McAdoo. I think using him must have him as the backup winger, I think can also be dangerous, because then Victor Hayes was very good yesterday. Does he take over Diaz, Kushinov, Gvardiol, or Gay?
No. He'll be the same as McAdoo.
There's always a risk with it, but at some point you've got to pull the trigger. Where does he get the experience from? If you're looking at these performances he's putting in now, the worst thing you can do is knock the guy's confidence.
We need to stop buying them. Stop buying.
All right.
Well, that's I said this with Nico O'Reilly when we were trying to bring Nico O'Reilly through. He was on fire, and we just kept. I was like, the worst thing you can do is kill this guy's confidence. He's on fire. Just keep going with him.
The reverse Uno card.
With balls up.
The reverse Uno card, or on your devil's advocate response, is make the case for letting him go out on loan.
I would, if he was to go out on loan, and I said if, it would have to be to a Championship level or lower Premier League level.
No, make the case for it though. Argue for your position, or argue for the devil's advocate position. Convince me that he needs to go on
convincing you, mate. It's my simple fact is of Ryan McAdoo. I think I would like him to stay. I don't think he's going to play enough game time here to do it. I think he's too good now for the EDS. I think he needs to learn, instead of playing in front of 500 people, he needs to go up and play in front of a few thousand now and play men's football. Play proper men's football. I don't think he's going to get enough opportunities at Manchester City to do that. And that's my simple case of it. And also,
that's on the player.
I'm going to be straight with you,
That's on the player, Martin.
I think expectations need to majorly drop then if that's the role we're going. If that's the role we're going to go down.
That's a consistent theme of yours.
From the club as well, Trev. Trev, the role has to change from the club. The club still wants to try and win the league and the Champions League, Trev.
Right.
Maresca said that.
Martin, we can't buy every top tier player. We can't buy him.
I'm not.
We can't buy every top tier player.
I'm not. When did I say top tier? You're putting words in my mouth now.
Let me summarize your case for him going on loan. He's not going to get the chances that he needs at City.
Mm-hmm.
That's in a nutshell. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
If you're telling me he's going to play Carabao Cup and the early FA Cup rounds, then that's fine. Not a problem.
But that's our position.
No,
Trev. That's why I asked the question. Is he the first backup if one of the wingers get injured? That's why I asked that question.
Yeah, he is. I think I've seen enough. Yeah.
One game, 145 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not basing my opinion off that. I'm based off now seeing it in a couple of consistent performances before this game. And I want to see it continue. I want to see it continue and see where it goes. And we've got 2 more pre-season games and a Community Shield. Yes. Let's see how it goes from there. I'm basing it on what I've seen so far from the FA Cup game I've seen him in and this pre-season game I've seen him in. And I'm saying I want to see it continue and see where it goes. And I don't see there being a problem with being that backup striker. 20 minutes here and there.
Right. Hang on. Right. I hear what you're saying, Danny. But he played 90 minutes against Exeter and he was man of the match.
Mm-hmm.
He played 68 minutes against Salford that he wasn't very good at.
That's what me, swings and roundabouts. But we're based on now what we've seen so far.
I just don't think that's a bigger sample size.
So how do you find that out? You're giving more game time.
You know what? Ask this question again after Arsenal. That's a question that I need to see. Let's say play against K-League, play against Atletico, play against Arsenal. Ask that game because the Arsenal game. I'm in Cardiff for that game. In Cardiff for that game. I will be able to see myself. I will know after that game, right, whether or not you're ready or not. And if he isn't, cool. If he is,
we'll be able to compare him to Vinny Jr.
Oh, he's better. He's way. He's
definitely going to Arsenal. Hand of Arsenal.
Yeah, sorry, by the way, Jeremy Mongan.
Hand of Arsenal.
Hand of Arsenal. Deal done.
Listen, I'm not against McAdoo. What I'm saying is, then I would still go and buy another winger.
So right, man, is Savio confirmed? Is he actually going to confirm to go, or is that still up? Or is that up in the air now after recent events?
I don't know.
We've got no info on that.
Spurs
from
haven't
our sources.
So that's he can still be here this season then.
Right, people are telling me though. Hang on, Savino's not good enough. So your wingers are Doku, Semenyo, McAdoo.
Well, I'm actually in favour of keeping Savio this season and having Doku, Savio, Semenyo, and then if it is McAdoo as the fourth, fair enough. But I'm just saying that I'm. With McAdoo, I'm more of a give me a few more games and I'll let you know. Monga, I'm like probably loan him out for the first year, but again, who knows? Because Monga, I'm just not one of these people that has to sort of see everyone straight away. I'm kind of like give me a few more games, give me the preseason, and then I'll be able to tell you exactly what I think. But I think with the current market of wingers right now, look how much Bakara's going for PSG. It's a lot of money. Do we really want to risk selling Savio right now and going to market for someone probably more flat than what they are? Someone want to be better than them. It's just because apart from maybe Vinny Jr., who else is there right now? Elise, that can happen.
Right. So if Vinny Jr. came on the market and City went, tell you what, let's get involved in this deal then. Would you say no to that because of Ryan McAdoo?
No, but
not because of Ryan McAdoo, because Vinny Jr. is a prick. I don't want his attitude around our club.
No. I'm not. I'm asking. I'm trying to find out.
Danny. I agree, but
I agree. He's a prick. I agree, Danny. Totally with you on that. What I'm trying to say is because, in a way, I'm trying to protect McAdoo.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fully with you on that. I get that.
I'm actually trying to protect him because I think people have done exactly what I said they were going to do 4 weeks ago. I said someone will ball out in pre-season and there'll be a big fucking shit show about getting him into the first team immediately.
That's not what we're saying.
You're asking him to be first backup on the wing.
Yeah, we're not asking for him to be a star.
The kid's never played in the first team in the Premier League, and now
but he's got to at some point.
That's why you integrate him into it, but you do it slowly. We're not making him a starter. We're making him a backup.
Well, my other thing, Matt, is how you end up with a Rico Lewis, though.
But then it's not an either or, Martin. You're presenting a false scenario. We could buy another winger.
I'm saying, would you loan him?
No. You just said, that we will only have 3. You're assuming that we don't buy another winger or 2.
Yeah.
So we could, and then he's in there.
I don't think we need 6 wingers, Trav.
Hang on a minute. You just said we've only got 2.
Yeah, we've got 3.
Doku, Semenyo, and
Savino at the moment,
and Savino, right?
McAdoo, Monga.
So with McAdoo and Monga as the next 2. Are you happy with that?
No.
Well, because I am.
I'm not. I think there's too much inexperience in the backups. You're back to where we were last season.
So we need to buy another winger, but I'm still having those 2 in the squad. Not going on loan.
Okay. No, that's fine. I'm not saying don't loan him. I'm just saying I would assess in the next 2 or 3 games, as Maresca said. But if we can buy somebody better, more experienced, I'd rather do that and loan him out.
Well, I think we have to if Savino goes.
I don't see. I don't see. I don't know why.
It's a different story. It's a different story.
I don't know why potentially loaning him we loaned Victor Hayes out.
I know, but is he probably going to get back in? There's a lot of competition at that back line at the minute. And he's going to have some headaches this season.
Are we doing this because he is an academy graduate? Are we putting heart over the heads?
But if you've seen this a lot of times, it's hard with Cole Palmer. He didn't get integrated enough. He buggered off.
Saw this
nearly happened with Nico O'Reilly, and then you're letting these brilliant players go, and we're losing them.
Cole Palmer's been crap, mate.
Yeah.
But what? Yeah, we're talking about now. But when he left, everyone wanted him back.
You are being devil's advocate tonight, Martin.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Danny, I never wanted him back, to be honest.
What I'm trying to say is,
there's remorse.
Governor, I don't. All right, then I'll put it this way: I don't think you can win the league without a deep squad, and I think a deep squad is what cost us last season.
So isn't McKay part of a deep squad? As long as we have 4 wingers, or 3 wingers.
No, because I don't mean deep squad as in numbers. I mean deep squad as in experience and ability.
It is a transitional year, remember.
Are you saying this because you don't want people to get giddy about McAdoo? Is that your motivation?
No, get giddy all you want. But what I'm saying is these same people will turn on McAdoo and said when we don't win the league. In the same way they all turned on Rico Lewis, Trevor. And the same way they all turned on Oscar Bob.
No, but Rico's performances...
I heard that. No, exactly. Rico Lewis came in and was phenomenal in the championship. And everyone said he was amazing. He was phenomenal. Now everyone is the first person we're selling.
The problem is, though, off that fear, you'll never integrate anyone into the team out of fear.
And that's why nobody does. That's why there's only Foden and O'Reilly integrated, Dana.
But this was a conversation we had on Thursday about saying, is this something Maresca can do different to Pep and integrate people in?
Right, and that's why I said you would have to lower the expectation, though.
See, when did we start to get excited about Phil Foden and Nico O'Reilly?
I got excited straight away. With me, with Foden is where you are. Where you are with Foden is where I was. Where you are with McKay is where I was with Foden. It took 18 months for Foden to get integrated in.
Fine, but how did we get excited about him? A couple of appearances where he showed us something, probably pre-season. Well, that's where we are with McAdoo. Mm-hmm. We've seen something. He looked right. He didn't look out of place. Not the finished article. Nobody is at that age. So
I'm not saying he is. Listen to what I said, Trev.
Where did our excitement come about Nico O'Reilly? Couple of substitution appearances initially, and we went.
Well, personally, so this is my history of it. I watch a hell of a lot of the academy. So Foden, I always watch from the academy up. I watched Cole Palmer come through the academy, and I watched Nico O'Reilly. So when people say Nico O'Reilly wasn't ready, I was going, he is, trust me. Granted, I've not seen a whole lot of McAdoo in the academy because I've not watched a lot of it recently. But I can see in him what I can see in them.
See, I'm not low fat. This is my point. One minute I get told of no standards, then I'm low standards, then I don't want to win the league, and now I'm being negative because I'm trying to go with the club line of win the league.
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
So which one is it, low fat?
I remember doing the numbers about how many academy players go on to have go on to sign a proper contract, and it was 1 in 100. Mm-hmm. And then how many of that 1 in 100 go on to have a Premier League career or a career at a top level in Europe? And it was 5% of the 1% that go on. So the 1% that get signed, we're pretty good at working out who will go to have a pro career at that level, at the highest level, because we get 5% of those right. That's the ratio. And so you have to kiss a lot of frogs to find a prince, you know? And so when we get these young players, and this is often my argument against you, Martin, with the young South Americans who we get excited about every season. Thing is, they don't cost a lot of money. And you know, every now and then you find a prince like Aguero, you know, or not Aguero, but certainly Alvarez. You know, we kissed a lot of South American princes to find Alvarez, and we found him. And so I think, the fact that Khaldoon mentioned McAdoo is one of the three players.
Hang on a minute. I've not said sell him. Sorry, where did I say sell him?
No. I'm not talking about selling him either.
I've never said he won't make it. I've never said. All I'm saying is.
Yeah, but you are saying he should. You are saying he should go on loan
for one season.
That's your argument.
One season.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I've said. I've not said sell him. I've not said he's shit. Not said he had a bad game. I said he was amazing.
Fair enough. That's your opinion.
No. I think people are making this. They're not listening to what I'm saying. They're listening to what they want to hear.
But it's not the devil's advocate position. I'm not reading the chat.
It is part of yes. Because when I
also what you think. But it's also what you think.
Today, my job is to win the league. Well,
what you're saying, Martin? What about when we got Nunes? Like we persevered. Everyone said, "Get his bozo, get rid of." We persevered, and look at him now.
Mm-hmm. If he goes on loan, he doesn't come back. So
that's what you've got to do.
Well,
you've got to have patience with these players.
No, I understand the fear. I'm not saying don't keep McKay. Where I kick back again was the sorry to say this, but where I kick back was the first backup. Don't think he's ready to be first backup.
But that wasn't my position. My position was
that was my question, Trev. Then you answered the question incorrectly. You answered the question incorrectly. Then I asked.
Trevor. What Trevor said about it?
Is he first backup? And I got told yes.
No, I didn't say that
coming through, Martin.
I've never argued that. Never argued that at all. Never put that point together. Remember the context that I asked.
But that's what I asked, Trev. Trev, I know the question I asked.
Yeah, but that's not the answer I gave you.
I mean, what Trevor said about 1%
because I don't believe
coming
that.
through. Right, the prime example is Foden. Right, you nurture these players. It's a progress. It's you patience with these players. Prime example, Nico O'Reilly's the same. McAdoo will be another one. There's only one or two get through the net. But it's a process.
I'm not saying don't get excited. Yeah, 100%. What I'm saying is I would still rather go and buy someone. And then if his chances are reduced, don't mind loaning him for a year. That's all I'm saying.
But nobody's saying that we shouldn't sign someone, especially if Savio goes.
Luke's still here, his laptop's died.
Yeah. But no one's argued that. I asked the question, who from existing resources can be one of those backups? McAdoo is one of them so far. That's my opinion.
I haven't seen Monga yet. I need to see Monga. And from a experience point of view, Monga's got a lot more experience than McAdoo.
Fine. So both of them, because they're both under 21, so they don't count in the numbers.
No, I agree, but then they won't be on the bench. I don't think they'll be on the bench a lot then, moving forward.
See, I think they will if we
the trouble is, Martin,
starter in the wing position.
The trouble is, if you take Kovo out of that side, we've got a very young side, and that's Maresca's
right. So now is it on me worry now. I'm sorry, but people are trying to do a Chelsea here. Chelsea finish 8th.
Yeah.
9th. If that's what if your expectations are 8th and 9th, then great. Don't ever argue with me about having no expectations again.
But don't put that on me.
It is a transitional year, so they can't have meltdowns.
That's not my opinion. I don't want any. No. What I want to do is disassociate myself with that thing.
Okay, that's fine. But like Kurt says,
that's not the argument I was making.
3 games of him, I don't see how anyone can have such strong opinions on him. I think it was excellent yesterday.
Yeah, but that goes back to when did you first get excited about Phil Foden? When did you first get excited about Nico O'Reilly? It was an appearance. It was an appearance.
I'll tell you my
like
thing on Nico O'Reilly, Trev. I didn't rate Nico O'Reilly when I first saw him. I'd been very open and honest.
Okay, so for the less unusual fans, when did you get excited about
O'Reilly on his last season on McAdoo?
No, on O'Reilly and Phil Foden. And it was appearances off the bench.
Phil
or
Foden
appearances in
Phil
friendlies.
Foden was the first one against Tottenham, which I was new at that. O'Reilly was this season.
Yeah, but most people saw O'Reilly. Yeah,
I'll be honest with you, I've never been. I made peace. I would love the academy players to come through. I made peace with the academy a long time ago. Which the figures show about 1% of them get through.
Yeah, and then only 5%
I think with that performance, Martin, we're asking the question, aren't we? Whether that performance, if he had a mid performance somewhere, we'd be saying, yeah, he can go back out on loan. Like we can send him on loan. But because of that performance, we're asking the question.
I had this same debate with Arsenal fans who were saying, put Max Downman into the title race at 16. I'm like, calm down, lads.
Yeah, but they'll say that about anybody.
And Martin's not.
It's the same for him as well. He's balling in pre-season games. He's balling as well, isn't he?
If they're good enough, regardless of age. That's fine. But again,
I saw the clip.
There is more evidence. There's more evidence that backs mine up than it does that. That's all I'm saying. Palmer, Delap, Oscar Bob, and who was the other one we lost? Oh, and Rico Lewis. I heard Oscar Bob was going to be the next big thing. He was going to be the next.
Until he broke his leg. He wasn't until he broke his leg.
This was last season when he scored a great goal against Wolves on the opening day. Oscar Bob was going to be amazing. Then I heard it about. I've heard it too many times. Again, be excited for Macedo. I'm excited about Macedo. I think throwing him in such a role at when 3 weeks ago he was playing in front of 500 people. I think it's just all I'm saying is just be a little bit calmer. I need to see more. I need to see more evidence.
He's not local.
By the time I've seen the evidence, the window's shut, and I can't do anything at that point.
Did we get him out of Leicester's academy? I think he wasn't.
Chelsea.
Is it Chelsea? Someone's academy
Chelsea.
anyway.
Yeah, Chelsea.
Yeah. Okay.
Another Chelsea reject.
One thing I will say, I think under Maresca, the youngsters will get a better chance. I agree with that. I do agree with that. But I think this is where Maresca's got to be. Because the one thing Maresca will be is very honest. If Maresca doesn't think we're in a title race, he'll tell you we're not in a title race. He did that with Chelsea when they were like third in the Premier League in September. And I remember an interview, he said, are Chelsea in a title race? He went, no, we're not good enough.
Yeah, I think some people might be misremembering Bob's trajectory. The time I got most excited about Bob was when he finagled that goal from a Kevin De Bruyne ball into the box. It's just one of the greatest goals ever. I don't know whether he backheeled it, but if you remember that goal, that was the first time I thought, he's got it. He's something. And I'd seen other elements of his game, and then he broke his leg. And he was never the same.
Bob was him until the injury. What performance?
I'll come back in.
Other than the one goal,
I'll go back out.
What did Oscar Bob do?
No, I saw a few performances where he excited me. Yeah.
Okay.
But there is circumstance behind that. We just said he broke his leg.
No. I agree. I'm not. See, I'll be straight. I didn't think Oscar Bob was great. I think Oscar Bob is remembered for a very good goal at Newcastle and nothing else.
Yeah.
No, I think there was more than that, but that goal was something.
I think people have got very. They've got very. How do I put it?
All right, Martin. Let me ask you: when was the last time you saw a youth player that excited you? You thought was ready?
For me, Liam Delap.
Yeah,
I thought was ready at some point.
He did.
What went wrong with him? Because he didn't
play.
Done it, you think?
He didn't get played.
It was weird.
He didn't get
No,
played.
no.
As Pep said,
So-
it was about winning the league, and they couldn't afford to put him as the backup.
And so, but subsequently, he's not done much, right?
No.
And a player that is of the real quality will achieve it at the
I was
next
very
bloody-
excited over Rico Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nico
We messed
O'Reilly,
him up.
to be fair, was more of a surprise, I think. I mean, I knew he was good, but I didn't sort of get into the team that season, and he just did. And fair play.
Yeah.
That's more of a surprise. I think everyone was quite surprised about that, about how quickly he got into that team and made it his own. But
I wasn't. Spoiler, sorry.
Yeah, Brandon Barker, but that's a throwback. Brandon, Jesus.
Well, what's the reason Heskey's left? Oh, what's the governor doing with his hands?
Oh, sorry, just getting the camera right.
Get ready for the big reveal.
See,
Dum,
the
dum,
thing
dum.
is, and I know this from thing, there's a lot of academy players at the minute are refusing to sign contracts because they don't think there's a pathway.
Because right, Mukasa, right? Is he going on?
We know
loan?
that's facts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not public facts, but I know it.
Because is Mukasa a squad player? Or
And I knew Heskey was one of them, hence why he's just gone to Germany, £2 million.
John Guidetti. Oh my god, that's a throwback name. Jesus.
What?
Yeah, I think Luke. I think they've got to have to make a decision with Mukasa and Marmoush. I mean, there's no real backup for Haaland, so they're going to have to make a decision about who's going to go in there. I think the easiest thing we can do if they don't want them there is we're going to put Semenyo there every time. You know, if Haaland's injured or he's not playing, that's what's going to happen, I think. So what do we do with them two players? I mean, do they just stay there all the time? I don't know. There's no backup to Haaland.
It's such a difficult spot to fill that, though. Because who wants to play back up to Haaland? It's like...
This thing, right? Like, Mukasa's a great player. I thought he did very well in an absolutely terrible Leicester team last year. Like, Leicester was so bad last season. So he can very much go Championship again and play for like a West Ham or Southampton, something like that, and play in their team and be really good. But the problem is like, do you want to play Premier League football? Because is he a squad player, or was he going to go out on loan? Is that you, Steve? This is, again, not every player. This
is my point. See, this is where I'm coming from. For as much as I'm saying don't be overcritical in pre-season,
overhype it.
You're now doing the opposite. You're going too much flexing into the good performance as well. The other side.
Yeah, but then
you're going from A to Z.
Then you're taking someone out. Then you're taking someone out of position to go in his spot, aren't you? Where you've sent people out on loan.
Brandon Barker was another one who said was going to be the next thing. I've heard, Danny, you know this. How many times have we heard the next big thing out the academy?
David Falpala.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Of course you do.
Manu Garcia, remember him? The Spanish creative midfielder.
But Borges, the other one who was there, Sancho. There was the other kid. He was the dickhead.
Palmer, to be fair,
he was the dickhead in the academy. The winger who was the dickhead. He was literally known as a dickhead.
Is it
he had a right attitude on him.
Not in Dala.
Can't remember his name. Wasn't Borges, wasn't
Danny Allsop.
Claudio Gomez. Oh my god, Jaden Braff. Is that him?
Jaden Braff, that was him. He was the one who had the attitude.
There you go.
Jaden Braff.
Thank you. Jaden Braff was known as being a right. No.
Where is he now, guys? Where's he
nowhere?
The thing is with these academy players,
when you talk about Delap, go on.
Go on, sorry, it's fine. Go.
Listen, I'm not saying
don't
be excited. I'm totally with you on the Ryan McAdoo. I'm just saying I'd still buy someone and I wouldn't use him as first backup. I'd play him in Carabao Cup games. And that Carabao Cup games is a step up.
It is, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, of course it is. But that bit of experience being around that first team on match days, you can learn a lot stood there as a sub.
So who are you taking off the bench for him?
Oh, this is what I mean.
This is the other side of the coin. You've got to take someone who's on big wages, who's a player, who's coming off the bench for him.
McAtee, but McAtee. Yeah,
McAtee was one who everyone was going to make it. I know Governor loves the academy. I get it. I love the academy. But
yeah, but not
are you taking Mamouche isn't sold? Are you taking Mamouche on 300 grand a week off the bench?
Because, like, well,
you're taking Grinders off. We're taking Nico G off. We're taking Buardi off.
It's not as simple.
Who's coming off the bench? You're only allowed 9 subs.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. 30 subs. This
is what I mean. I'm not being a dick. I'm trying to hit you with the reality of it. For a McKay and a Monga to go on the bench, 2 people have to come off the bench.
That's what I mean.
But then how have we incorporated previous academy players as subs in the past?
In cup games or injuries.
No, but there's been times that academy players have been on as subs in Prem games.
Very rarely.
Injuries.
The most we did it, Danny, was the one in 14 season.
Yeah.
Jamal Simpson, Poozy, and McKay and all them.
Easy, yeah. Dennis Suarez.
Who was the player? Luke, who was the player we had? We sent him. I think he went to Celtic, and then he went to Fulham
tonight.
There's just a thing with certain academy players, and I might look at it a bit differently, but I can see like when there's a rawness and there's no fear in them, and they're the ones that just get me blood pumping, thinking that's something that you miss out the first team a lot. It's like our first team is very scripted and it works, don't get me wrong, but every now and again you just get that guy that's full of passion. There's no fear in him. He just wants to take people, and you think, don't kill that fire in that kid. Let's see where it goes.
That's right.
I can see it in him.
He's a prime example.
No, I didn't.
Yep.
No, I didn't. Hang on a minute. I said we can win the league. And what I said last season was, and you can quote me on this, I said our bench wasn't good enough to win the league last year.
Yep.
And Governor and Luke will both say that. I said last season our bench wasn't good enough.
It wasn't good enough.
And that was with Mamouche and Minders and Nico G and everyone else. I didn't think it was good enough. And Rico
Vardio and Diaz. Vardio and Diaz injuries cost us.
Let me play devil's advocate on this scenario, then if we go back to the league. Do you remember
anyone else play devil's advocate tonight?
Sorry, but I think it's a valid point. Do you remember when we was in the shit at one point in that season when everything was going wrong? Who bailed Pep out? The kids.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He started playing with Nico Riley, did.
Yeah, Nico
Riley dragged us to an FA Cup final and got us a Champions League spot.
Hang on, don't do that, Danny, because we were 3-0 up against Feyenoord. He took all the older players off, brought the kids on, and we drew 3 each.
Oh, the final game. Oh,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, final game.
Go on, Danny. Play the game.
That's fair enough. But there was a point when even admitted I should be using the academy more. Because these kids have got
that was Nico Riley. I agree on Nico Riley 100%.
So why can't McCadle be that Nico Riley?
Transitional.
Well, he could.
That's fine. I'm just saying. Then.
Remember Riley, Martin? You said about Nico Riley not to use him.
Yeah, I didn't think he was good enough, and I said that. All I'm saying is,
sometimes, Martin,
if I don't win the league, I don't win away. The squad wasn't good enough.
You will never hear that off me.
Sometimes you won't look at yourself, mate.
I know it won't off you, but I'm not. You know what I mean?
I'm not here for the. I know exactly what you mean. I'm not here for the trophies. I'm about development, the future. I'm looking forward.
Guys, I'm not talking to anyone on the panel. I'm talking to the chat mainly here.
Oh, I get that.
People who know the minute we don't win the league, they'll say we didn't buy enough. People are doing it now. Viana are out because he's not making the right signings.
All right. So let me get this right. Macedo's going on loan, and nobody else is coming from the development team. Is that your position?
What?
Not me.
Macedo's going on loan, and we're not going to try anybody from the academy in the squad.
I didn't say absolutes. I said I would, or I'd use him in the Carabao Cup. What I said was I wouldn't use him in the Premier League. No.
Okay, but that means he takes up a squad place, right? Even in the Carabao Cup.
No, he doesn't take up a squad place. Takes place on the bench in the Premier League.
Yeah,
so
but that means
you're gonna have to tell someone to stay at home who's on good money.
Yeah.
Martin, you do contradict yourself sometimes because.
What's your solution? What's your opinion there? Do we do that or we don't do that?
If you want, sorry, Trev. If we want a strong bench, then you're saying you're not going to have players on 200,000-300,000 a week sitting on a bench. Well, if you want top players on the bench, like strong bench, they're going to have to fight for the place.
No, I agree with that. What I'm saying is, I'm saying go and buy somebody. I'm not saying buy a big player. I'll be honest with you. As my backup for a Semenyo or Doku, I would go and buy another winger such as an Ndiaye. People are going to kill me this. I'm not overly against Pedro Neto.
He won't get a look in though if we go and buy someone. There's an available spot. That's why I'm saying use him. If you go and buy someone, he won't get a look in. And he's better going off on loan somewhere and you won't see him again. And that's, once they go on loan, that's it.
I understand that won't be on loan. I get that. You won't see them again. But Victor Hayes is made. So then we've bought badly then. Because you've now got Victor Hayes in a position where he's got 5 midfielders in front of him, 4 other defenders in front of him.
I think that's partly. Right. We have bought badly in some cases. We have bought badly. About wrong.
Yeah.
I think we have in certain cases.
What we're saying is that Victor Hayes' career is screwed.
Is there anyone from the academy, Martin, that you think has earned a chance this season?
A chance where? See, this is where at.
No, in the squad, kicking an expensive player off the bench, as you put it, which is your paradigm there. If we bring these young players in, we're kicking somebody we're paying a lot of money off the bench, right? Well, we can't have our cake and eat it. So what you're saying is no academy player get a chance.
I've not seen enough of people in the academy to kick someone off the bench now.
Right. So no academy players come through this season. Got you.
Not at the moment.
Right. Okay.
I'm going to be wrong. If McKay does it against All Stars and he does it against Atletico and he does it against Arsenal, 100% give him the go. I'm just saying,
as of today,
I just can't go 45 minutes.
Look, I mean, my opinion is based off what I've seen so far as of now. It might change. That's why I'm saying let's have a look at the next 2 games and the Community Shield. Because the Community Shield,
that's exactly where I'm at. That's exactly where I'm at. I need more evidence to make a defined answer.
But we can still have a debate about it and say, if we're going to go up now, let's get him in. If I was doing it now, like we said the other day, you said if you lock things down now, where do we finish? Do we win the league or not? If we're locking it down now based on what I've seen, I'd have him as a backup now.
Yeah, that's everyone's opinion.
I think we've only got
the show.
If he stinks to join out in the next 2 games,
was City versus Inter Milan. So that's what we're talking about. So all our conclusions are based on that game.
Sorry, hang on, Sean. I know Mamouche isn't great, but are we saying Mikadu's better than Omar Mamouche?
No. It's different position.
No, that's what Sean Fogarty is.
Different position. Yeah.
This is what I mean. We're being a
different position.
Got to calm down a bit.
I mean, see, me, the way I look at it. Go on, sorry, Governor. We keep coming in the same time. No, go on, it's all right. Go
on. The only issue I think we have with the team, and there's no question about it, is if we're playing out from the back like that, Donnarumma has to step up 100%. And he's proven, so there's no questions about that. He has to step up delivering that ball.
You can tell
that's what I'm thinking. We've got an issue.
Why? What did he do bad yesterday?
And we haven't got a...
Sorry, what did he do bad yesterday?
He kicked the ball around the edge of the box. He kicked the ball away on the edge of the box.
One time, and that was also passed down to Rico Lewis.
You could lose the game on that in the Premier League.
Okay.
I know where this is going now. I know what Martin's comeback's going to be.
So one chance, which I give you, said. I did say that earlier on. Tell me anything else he did wrong.
The only issue is as well a backup for him.
Do you see my point when I said if you've got an agenda, you're going to see it all bad?
No, I have. I mean, he's number one for me. He's number one, but I'm just saying he's got to step up in that. He's got to step up. If Maresca is going to play out from the back, I mean, obviously we haven't got the full side. You can't. But there's evidence there again of him stuffing up. It's only one game, I know that, but it's there.
It was one.
You know what I mean? And we've got to sort the backup up as well.
It was one pass.
It's a very important position. We've got to sort that backup out.
We've sorted it out. We're buying Ruller.
Well, when he comes in, yeah.
Exactly. Trafford and Emerson both did the same mistakes against Spurs.
I don't think we got an issue anywhere else, really.
I remember when Trafford made that mistake against Spurs. I'm sure you said as a young lad he makes errors.
Why are people taking the?
You see what I mean about the difference in energy in certain areas?
I love this question.
I love debates like this.
I love this question. Why are people taking the pre-season so seriously? You should only judge once the Premier League matches start. Yeah. It's a decent point, but the thing is, we got fuck all else to talk about.
People are really taking this game like it was an FA Cup final or something.
I know.
Compared it to a Champions League game earlier on.
Fucking hell, guys! It was pre-season.
But also, we've been starved of football. Do you remember the Eddie Murphy sketch about the man with the cracker? You know, a guy who hasn't eaten for like a year. Is somebody gives him a cracker and he's like, that's the best damn cracker I ever had. Got any more? You know, it's like that's where we are. We haven't had any football to watch except the fucking World Cup.
There was a reason I read out the 11 at the start of the show. Right? Because Echeverri did very good at the in that game yesterday. So should Echeverri be in the 10?
I don't think he did great, to be honest.
I didn't think he did that well, to be honest.
I think he was absent for big periods of the game. And I want him to do well. I really do. I love him.
I mean, to answer Governor's point, because he's gone quiet when I started talking about Trafford and the error he made against Tottenham. He's gone very quiet there when I pulled him on that point.
He's just looking at the birds.
I know what it is with Governor. It's why I love him. Governor is a big advocate.
My internet's all over the show.
He is a mad advocate of the academy. Trafford's from the academy, so that's why. And I get it. 100%.
But that goes back to my Phil Foden rant before.
Yeah, I get it. I do get it. I'm not denying it.
He's family.
Yeah.
He's family. I'm gutted that he thinks he's better than us.
So
that's why he's tattooed on my arm, Phil Foden.
Should we give Caden Branthwaite? How much I love him. Caden Branthwaite did okay when he come on. Should we give him a role in the squad?
No, you're missing the point where I'm making with Martin. I'm not saying everyone from the academy gets a, but to me, it's just what I see in him. It's that rawness. It's that I'm not scared. And you just, when he clicks with people when they're on their first time, he's taking advantage of his opportunity and he's doing something with it. And you're thinking, don't kill that fire in that kid. Let's see where it goes.
Spot on. Yeah, and the other thing is that he looked like he belonged.
Yeah.
And that is one of the, when we get a new signing in, not a kid, but when we buy some players, their first game, they look like they belong. They look right. I think Anderson will do that. Anderson will look like he's belonged, not because of how much he costs, but because of the kind of character and player that he is. And there have been others that we've bought in, and you just go, yeah, you're right. You're right.
To put it, this might resonate with the chat because they might like this. He was doing the exact same stuff as Savino. He was taking people, he was driving with the ball. Even his finishing was the same. Shit. But in that game, it was shit. But you know what I mean? He was doing it. So he was doing the exact same thing, and you're thinking, bloody hell, has he been around this team how long? And you're thinking, I just don't think you should kill that in someone. That's me.
Yeah. That's the thing that excites me most. Not so much what he did, just how much he looked a part of it. And that's the academy. That's being used to being in that style of play. Sending him on loan might mess his brain up with that. Might interfere with the thing that he's already got, which is that he looked like he belonged. And I think that's worth a lot. I think it's worth a lot than a goal, more than a goal, is when they come on and they look like, you fit like that. Let's see what you can do from there. Because he's got work to do, obviously. You know, but you imagine if Haaland had been in the box on both of those shots, they're going in. Because Haaland would have nicked goals off of both of them. The way that they went in and the angles that they came in and the speed that they came at. I reckon if Haaland was watching that game yesterday, he was going, feed me.
Straight away, he's already ticking a box for one of the major things we were talking about last season, people not getting the ball to Haaland enough. And in one pre-season game when he's not there, we're doing it.
Yeah. And Doku started to find Haaland last season. And if Phil's going to be playing on the edge of that box, those are the small balls through to Foden, and then we bombard him from the wings. That blows smoke up my skirt.
You know what it is to me a little bit is, if you're going to get Buwadi, who's 18, played a lot of football, and we are getting a younger team. Governor mentioned this earlier. I then don't want the backups to be young. We have to have some. But do you know what? I keep saying it. Part of my theories will become in Chelsea.
No, I get that. That's been a long, like a 2-month-old fear. It's been a 2-month-old fear of yours. I don't see it.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
No, but Maresca said it today in his post-match. I give you chances. I did it at Leicester. I did it at Chelsea.
That's right.
And
your point is usually about signing the Ute.
When you say that.
We're becoming, but we always do that. Anderson ain't the Ute.
No, but we don't normally buy first teamers who were 18.
Well, have we?
Yeah, Buwadi's coming into play, Trev.
I didn't think that was the scenario.
You think we're spending nearly 100 million on someone who's going to play a few times?
Oh, I don't think he's a starter. We're buying him as a starter.
I think you're in for a shock.
That's poor business if we're buying Buwadi as a starter.
So what's he coming in for?
To be in the squad.
To play what?
You would hope there's a transition, though. If Rodri doesn't go, you would hope and assume, spend that money on him. He's one for the future where you can bed and do the rotation transition. But if Rodri goes, well.
I don't think people are realising this with Buwadi. I think they're thinking Buwadi's coming in for a few minutes here and there. You don't spend nearly 100 million to do that. That's where you can use your academy. So, yes, it does. I do have a fear of that.
There's a good point. Maresca wanted mature players at Chelsea, but the owners gave him young players, and that's part of the reason why he left, I think. Because the owners dictated his policy at Chelsea, his purchasing policy, not him.
But he has got experience in that team when you look at it. People might not think of him. Foden's experience. Think how long he's been around that team. Haaland's experience. Donnarumma's experience.
Yeah.
Guardiola's experience.
Keep Kovacic.
Anderson's got elements of experience.
I think no matter who's there, I just like the way we played direct. That was a difference. We was playing more direct.
Yeah, that's
that was a difference.
Better, didn't we? Yeah.
I've got the squad age up here. Donnarumma's 27. Trafford's gone. Bettinelli's 34. He's not. Mark Gay is 27. I would say experience. Gavardio's 24. Said experience. Ruben Diaz 29. Kushnov's only 22. Vic Tays is 20. Max Lane 21. Nico Riley's only 21. Aït-Nour is 25. Nunez 27. We're presuming Rico Lewis is going to go. Rodri's 30. We're presuming he's probably going to go. Gonzalez 24. Elliot Anderson's 23. Reiner's 28. People are saying he could go. Kovacic could go 32. Cherky 22. Foden 26. Echeverri 20. Doku 24. Savio 22. Jeremy Monger's 17. Grealish 30. We're presuming he's going to go. Semenyo's 26. Haaland's 26. And Mamouche's 27. And we're presuming he's going to go. So our oldest squad player is Mateus Nunes or Diaz.
I'll probably get shit for this, but are there any redemption arc Grealish fans?
That's where I worry. That's my worry. Buwadi 18. There's a lot of 18, 19, 20-year-olds stuck there.
There is, but there's still a fair share of experience in there.
Not really.
There is there. We've got a few there. He said, what, Donnarumma, Diaz, Guardiola.
Yeah, that's it, the back line.
A pretty important place to have the experience. Haaland.
Yeah, but midfield, I'd like a bit more experience.
Well, naturally, but there's not a lot we can do really about that.
Well,
front, I
think his time's done. I think his time's done, but Rico Lewis was brilliant in midfield.
But then actually saying that, though, if you're saying Foden's going to play the same...
That, Rico was poor.
if we're saying Foden's going to play as this 8, he's bringing that experience there then.
Yeah. But again, there's a lot of people think Foden's shit and want him out. At the same time, Danny.
Well,
some people think Grealish is done.
I think he's done with City.
Yeah.
Oh, I had some news on Grealish. Everton did have a verbal offer earlier on in the window for 10 million, and City said no. So 10 million is the highest price we've had for Grealish so far.
I'd just love to see him come back and ball for a season.
To be
honest, I'll be honest with you. I saw his days were up that season before he went to Everton. Where I sit in the stadium is to the Colin Bell stand, just where all the subs warm up. Right. And I'll never forget, he was on the touch line, and he was shouting and bawling, slagging Pep off. And De Bruyne had to come over to him and say to him, "Calm down, everyone can hear what you're saying." And that's when I went, "He's done here. There's something not right."
Him and Pep had a massive fallout.
And he was criticising everything, and everyone was sat around. And I even said to the guy, said to him, "You watch, that'll be in the papers as soon as we leave it." I'm surprised no one picked up on it.
No,
I was
do you know
wow.
What kicked it all off? What kicks it all off is there was an incident. I won't go into it because many know about it. He came in Christmas Eve, not best for wearing to training, and that just destroyed all of it.
It's a shame. It's a shame because I like Grealish, that treble season, and I love Foden. He took his spot in the treble season. I was like, God damn you! But I
love Grealish, but I think
he's his own worst enemy.
I'm such a nice bloke as well.
I'm not going to mention. I'll put it this way: sometimes demons are demons, and you can't.
I'm not sure it's alcoholism. I'm not.
I was trying to put that in a better way than just
but he couldn't have done what he did for Everton before he got injured.
He likes to drink
as an alcoholic. So I'm not sure it's that. He's just a party animal.
I don't think it helps with some of the people he hangs around with.
Yeah.
I think that's a big part of it. The seeing you, the people you hang around. There's a picture of him. I can't remember what it was. It was recent. It would have been if he was at Everton, and he's passed out. He's passed out in broad daylight, and you're thinking, who's let you get in that state? There should be someone around you going, "Listen, let's go home. If you're going to do it, do it when there's no cameras around." Everyone does that at that age. I mean, everyone's done that, but you're not a pro footballer being watched every 2 seconds for someone with a camera.
I think you're hitting on a really important point, Danny. I think clubs might want to think about spending more time in looking at who the entourage is around any player before they sign them.
They generally do, Trev.
I'm not sure.
They do background.
Yeah, they do. Your work.
City have always done background checks on players.
But are they checking out the entourage?
Trev, due to background checks.
Because that entourage could have as much influence over the player as the agent. You know, because the entourage are the people we see every day. The entourage, even if they stay off social media, the entourage are going to be the people saying, "This is what they're saying about
there's only
you."
so much a club can do without going too far.
Yeah.
You
Which
can't
is why I like the fact that Phil's got his new
follow him around.
Who's Haaland's agent, because
you can't follow him around and interview.
It's not a good look. But all right, he likes to drink, but he keeps himself ripped, doesn't he? He looks so fit. But he's not letting himself go.
Great point from Magnus.
It's just a party animal.
He needs a new agent. He needs Haaland and Phil's agent to put an arm around him. Maybe. You know, maybe
if you think about it back in the day, this used to be a common thing back in the day. No one even batted an eyelid, did they?
That's right,
it was just the normal then.
John Robertson, the best left winger I ever saw was John Robertson, and he used to have a pint at half-time and a fag. And Cluffy let him. Cluffy let him.
He was like a dart player, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, what a baller. He had the build of a dart player.
2 Champions Leagues, and he balled off the pitch in both of them.
2 cameras at half-time, a chippy tea on the way home.
Hang on,
a chippy tea.
I don't know who's saying this. I'm just
got his carbs up. Putting chips and gravy.
I'm just going to share you some. I'm going to share you an interview. I'm just going to share you Maresca's post-match from yesterday. So just bear with me.
In terms of a chance, in this moment it's too early. We're gonna try to do our best to win title this season. Premier League is one of the titles that we need to try at least until the end. In terms of a chance, I think in this moment it's too early. What I like is the day by day to help the players to improve, because if you improve players, the team improve. This is important. And then in terms of chance, we see. We're gonna try to do our best to win titles this season.
Yeah, it's a shit question though, Martin. You know, I mean, if you ask any Premier League manager of the top 8 clubs that question, you will get the same answer, because there is no other answer. There's no other available answer. No Premier League manager of the top 8, maybe 10 clubs is going to go, well, you know, we're hoping to avoid a relegation fight. That's really the objective for this season.
What are supposed to say?
I'm setting a target now of 60 points, and if we get that, I'll be very happy, and then we'll see where we are next season.
You don't think that Maresca's target is to try and win the title?
I do think he's yeah, because it has to be. He's not the manager of a top 10 club. He's a manager of one of the two best teams last season, and a club with a significant recent history of winning everything. And so he has to say that. But also, I genuinely believe he believes it. But it's just a shit question, because every manager in the top 10 club can only give that answer. There is no other answer. But some of them will mean it, and some of them will be like, "No, I mean."
Yeah, and this is what I pointed out earlier. Earlier on in that presser, he did talk about that at his youth at Leicester and Chelsea, and then we brought a lot of youth through. Yeah,
but at Chelsea. He was forced to sign those players. They weren't his players.
No. It wasn't just that. He was also told he also does like to bring in youth. He said that openly. So we're saying he's lying.
I like managers that do that. I'm fine with that. Absolutely fine with it. I'm more comfortable with it than you are. Let's put it that way.
No, right now he's honest. Right now,
you've said no academy players get their chance this season. That's what you said.
No. I said at the moment I don't think, because again, I'm with Sean. I think with what he said there, and he said right now we're not ready. No, I don't think he does think we're ready with the squad we've got. He's already said there's a lot of work to do. He's openly said that.
Be there to the end.
Yeah, but he's already said right now we're not. He goes by day by day.
We have a lot of work. That.
When he says there's a lot of work to be done,
the mission is to be there at the end.
Pep also said he was staying a year, Trav.
Not the same point. Absolutely the wrong point. Why did you come back with that? No, what made you answer what I said with that answer? What has that got to do with anything? I don't know
why you're getting all testy. Calm down.
No, but what has that answer got to do with what I said?
Because what I make it is a manager won't always say the truth in a press conference. Is my whole point.
Right.
So why do you take it with a pinch of salt?
But about the team, I think they're going to be a bit different.
I don't think they're ready now. I don't think he does think they're ready now.
What did Pep used to say? Be there at the end. That's what matters.
Yeah.
If that's his goal, if that's his target, to be there at the end.
You think right now our squad's good enough to win the league?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're favourites. Clear.
Okay. We'll agree to disagree.
Because I don't just look at our team. I look at what everyone else is doing, and everybody else is garbage. Arsenal are fucked because of the rule changes. No, I did our squad depth when everyone's back. Or our squad when everyone's back. It's fucking incredible. Just write it down for yourself, right? Our starting 11 when everyone's back, it is impressive, absolutely impressive. There's quality everywhere except for maybe one position, and that's the one that Savio plays. But Semenyo will be playing there anyway. So don't sleep on what our rivals are doing, and they're doing nothing that frightens me, nothing that scares me. Arsenal are fucked because of the rule changes. And I'm not talking about the one where if the keeper lies down for more than 5 seconds. No, I'm talking about it's a rule that was brought in last year and a directive that was done last year. And the referees, because the PGMOL leadership are cowards, didn't implement it. And so after 2 games, Arsenal had already established that they're going to do what the fuck they want, right? And nobody had the balls to stand up to them. And maybe the Premier League wanted Arsenal to win the league. Who cares? But the proof of what I'm saying was there every Arsenal game you watched, and they would have been 11 to 15 goals to the deficit if this new rule had been implemented last season. And now the Premier League have said, okay, we're serious about it this season. This is not going to happen. You cannot barge the keeper if you're not attempting to go for the ball. So you've got to at least look like you're looking at the ball when you barge a keeper. You can't be the man who focuses entirely on the keeper and runs from somewhere in the box to barge the keeper.
We've had this rule before, mate. We've had this rule before, and they do it in the first couple of games, and then it goes to pot the rest of the season.
That's what happened last season. I don't think they're going to be that weak this season, because it was a controversy in the World Cup, and it was becoming a major controversy towards the end of last season when other teams started to do it. And that's when they realised that we got to get serious about this rule. So I think that this season, Arsenal have got a problem. And they've got a problem about how they score goals, because they don't score from open play. They don't score enough goals to be competitive from open play. They don't, and I haven't seen them back. Have they got a solution for that? No.
If you look at them, Trev, their fans must be pulling their hair out because they're going for these players. I mean, they're dilly-dallying, aren't they? You know, they're bickering over prices, and their fans must be pulling their hair out.
I think the dilly-dallying is absolutely an agenda. It's what Arsenal's ownership want to do. They want to have an end of the season where they spent what they thought their budget was and then say, we tried. Lee Gunner sussed it. Lee Gunner sussed it as well after me, because I said this 2 months ago, this is what Arsenal will do. But Lee Gunner is now on this, and he gets it. That management and that ownership want to go for the shiny toys, knowing that they're not going to pay the price for them. They know the market price already, but they're bailing when the market price is presented to them. You're telling me that they go for a player with no idea of what the market price was, except what they think they're willing to pay, like they've done with Bruno G, where they offered an insulting 50 million and then now paid 80.
They've just won the Premier League and they can't get these players in over the line. Like, there's something wrong there, isn't there?
There are other clubs. There's other clubs doing that. United are doing it. United are fobbing off their fans by saying, "Look at who we went for," and not getting them, and then blaming the price.
I know it's early doors, but the only teams that are moving is Chelsea and Spurs. Whether they'll do anything, I don't know. But they're the only ones that seem to be, getting busy.
And remember, we had our window was January and now, not just now. We got Semenyo and Gay in the window. You have to think about it more like that, because I think our strategy is partly, that we do have a good look in January. I think it's a really good strategy because there's less hype around players, and Real Madrid, it's their strategy every year. They look at the players going into their last year contract.
How much we've got to rebuild, you've got to do it over a few windows. So you've got to have to maximise that January window, because you can't do it all in one window.
Correct.
Well, you could, but then you're going to
that was out of our control as well, though, when it with the 2 centre-back injuries. That was out of our control in a way.
Yeah, but we did well out of it.
Yeah.
We bought well. Yeah. Because Semenyo's a starter, and no one ever questions whether he's a starter or not. And his performance the other day.
Well, you say that. I've been reading some people question him. I'm surprised about it. That's why I'm glad he did so good yesterday. I mean, he looked like a man possessed.
But that's because they want a new toy, innit?
Of course, yeah.
So they start to slag off everyone who's a starter because they want a new toy, except for Haaland, who's immune to such nonsense.
Listen, where I'm different is, I agree we do need players. I don't think we need superstars. Don't think that's been our way. I do think we need, Rodri leaves, think we need to replace Rodri properly.
Yeah.
I would like to get a proper replacement for Rodri. I know we're not going to replace Rodri, but what I mean is I think we do need to buy somebody. I do think I've been quite open. I think the youthfulness of the squad is a bit of a concern on that. I've never lied about that because I've never seen it work anywhere. Never
Well,
seen it
really-
work anywhere.
Really, Martin, we've already done that.
Busby
We've possibly bought the best midfielder in the country. But we've done that.
Yeah.
We've done some of it. Let me do them 5 skills again for Rodri, rather than talk about the name. Right, these are the 5 skills. I'll put them in the chat. What we lose when Rodri goes, okay, and I'll say them out loud as well. I might have to put some commas in these. Oh no, it's
I agree with that. I think Arsenal's midfield is getting better with Bruno G.
Well, look how long they've had. Look how long they've had a chance to build that for. We're rebuilding.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
I
what
agree
people got to
with that.
respect.
That's right.
These are the 5 skills.
5 years ago.
People
These
are
are the 5
glazing out over
skills.
Arsenal because they've just won the title. When you look how many titles they failed to win that title and we was winning it, it's because we were the ready-made article. We've now got to get back to that. And it's going to take time.
Transitional.
Sorry if people don't like that answer, but it's going to take time.
That's right.
But we had the best manager in the world that fast-tracked us a little bit in the past.
Yeah.
No. Like this,
They
Danny's
just tried
right,
to
I agree.
swap their captain. They just tried to swap their captain. That's the condition that Arsenal are in. They tried to swap him for someone from Galatasaray, and they were going to give Galatasaray 30 million. I can't remember who it was now, but I posted about it earlier. That's not the sign of a club in good shape. That's not the sign of a club with a plan. The captain that won them the Premier League, right? They just tried to swap him. I'm going to find it who they wanted from Galatasaray, but that's not gossip. That was a deal that they tried to make. So let me find the Galatasaray player.
To go on our period of dominance that we did, people don't realise how difficult that is to do, and to maintain it season after season, how much it takes out of a squad just to win that title. Look how knackered Declan Rice looks now.
Yeah.
After that season that they won the title.
That's right.
Danny, I agree. But my issue is, and I know people say, "Oh, it's not real." I've seen many people talk about it now.
Osimhen.
There is a talk Martin Odegaard.
Yeah.
No. I've seen many City fans, even sensible City fans, go into panic mode at the minute. Go into real panic mode. And worry.
Pre-season nerves.
I can't do it.
Danny, you bang on like with Rice. That's sometimes what it takes. And Pep did it with our players as well. He did run him into the ground. You know.
But that just shows how impressive it is. Because he demanded that standard every season, and he got it. He got it until the wheels fell off. And then we rebuilt and we went again and again and again. And at some point, when them type of players aren't available, it becomes a new way of life, and you've got to think, right, it's not going to be as quick and as easy. Well, we were very lucky with a lot of the players we've had.
That's why I do want the Rodri situation sorted out pretty sharpish, so we're not flapping around at the end of the window. I want that done. I think the longer that Rodri situation goes on, the worse it'll become. I do.
Let me just recap something on the squad that we've got that that are committed for a long term, because it was in response to Big Willie, some Arsenal wanker, who was saying that
Willie Caballero then.
No, Big Willie, he's an Arsenal gobshite. So he said all City's top players are trying to leave. Right, Rodri, 30 years old, pretty much injured for 2 seasons, possibly leaving. Definitely not to Arsenal though, obviously. Right, Haaland, 8.5 years left. Gvardiol extended to 2031. Doku extended to 2031. Foden extended to 2030. Kusanov extended to 2031. Nico O'Reilly extended to 2030. Semenyo and Cherky contracts are until 2031. Anderson signed until 2031. Jeremy Mongo rejected Arsenal. So, but that's on the youth. But just look at that list of names who are committed to our team. Haaland, Gvardiol, Doku, Kusanov, Nico O'Reilly, Semenyo and Anderson.
I'll tell you something, Trev. Hey, Trev, I'll tell you something. We're going to have a problem in 2030 and 31.
Yeah. Do you know who's going to have a problem in January if they're still any good? Arsenal. They've got 8 players from their first team, 8 starters, right, who go into their last year of the contract in the next summer window. That means that if Real Madrid fancy any of them, their campaign will start in January because that's what they do.
I can't wait for that chance to come back. Sorry, Trev.
Yeah. And that campaign will be aimed at stopping those 8 first team players, whichever ones they fancy, from extending in the summer window that's coming next season. Arsenal got problems. They got problems. That's all I'm saying.
I'll give you one here. I'll answer this question. Who's got better pull, Alonso or Arteta?
Alonso.
There you go. I don't think he's got the pull, Arteta.
Ask me at the end of the window, because if they end up with Vinny Jr., I mean, I don't want Vinny Jr., but I can't say
they won't. They won't. They've been used by Vinny Jr. as a condom.
I'm not saying he hasn't, Trev, but until it's done and done, I can't say it isn't.
Or KY to get his condom.
There's always a chance when there's a chance.
Vinny Jr. has just accepted dropping his increased wage demands, which was the stumbling block with the renewal at Real Madrid. He's dropped that because the only club that were interested in him were Arsenal. He's gone, fuck that. I'll stay on the same money. I'll stay on the same money at Real Madrid. Thank you very much. I'm not fucking going there. Their fans are mental.
And that's saying something. If you're saying their fans are mental compared to theirs, well, you're saying something then. Madrid fans are mental. I mean, I've met some good ones when I've been to Madrid away, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them are mad. How they turn on players, I tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I've got a couple of things I'm going to play. Just to let you know, loads coming up tomorrow. I am on South Stand at 8 p.m. I'm on the catch at 6:30 with Jay and the lads. South Stand at 8.
Ooh.
And then I'm on A-listers with Hussam at 11. Tuesday, we've got 2 shows for you. We've got me and Tone at 1 p.m. are going to do the Man City Transfer Ramble live, where we'll give you all the updates and everything that we're going to go through. On Tuesday evening, we have got Oil Brothers. He's back with Baz and the lads over on Through Black and White Eyes. I'm sure
that'll be interesting.
That will be a tasty one.
And then Wednesday, we're going to do a watch along of the K-League All-Stars. Thursday night chat, we'll be back with everything from pre-season and everything else. So loads and loads coming up on the channel. Just to give you an update, here's some videos Pat sent me from yesterday of Inside the Ground. When I can find them. Where's it gone?
Yeah, I've seen a few.
While you're looking, East Coast Gunner, I love it when Arsenal fans come to our channel and want a conversation, and it's not just banter, by the way. But you've got to remember what we see every day on social media from big Arsenal fans and big Arsenal accounts. Remember that, But you're
sorry, for some reason this thing's not working. 1 minute. It's not working. Right, I'll have to show my StreamYard's died, and I don't know why. I had video.
Martin, you're going to have to get used to your patois and learn all your patois and,
In it blood.
Your mandem and all that when you go on there with Jay.
Yeah, mandem got to speak in the patois in it, fam, blood, bruv. I can't lie. I ain't going to lie. I'm not lying. I ain't lying. I can't lie.
Where they are.
Why did they say that? Why do they say that?
There's just some Pat in the ground.
Hey guys, Pat checking in here from Hong Kong. Just seen the lineups for the game against Inter. Pretty strong, I've got to say, with Donnarumma, Kovacic, Foden, Savio as well. Some pretty strong names in there, I can't lie. Good to see Mafuni in there as well too, get the start. So looking forward to seeing what, obviously, the senior guys have got to do, see what the juniors have got to do as well too. But keep an eye out, and I'll get back to you at half time. But looking forward to this, and fun times here in Hong Kong, guys. I hope everybody's doing well, and speak to you soon. Catch ya.
Spoiler warning, he didn't come back to us at half time, but here's the video he did just before the game.
It's for the girls.
That's where we're at. There was nothing else. He didn't come back to us about else, which was a bit of a shame. But hey ho, I'm sure he'll have plenty of videos moving forward.
42,000 ain't too shabby.
Yeah, wasn't
42,000.
Wasn't keen on the prices.
I was just about to say I saw some of the prices for that, like up to 200.
Yeah.
Like what?
I think it was a bit of a robbing bastard. Yeah, we understand, mate. We know you're not a troll. We understand, mate. Don't worry. Danny, give us some transfer.
I didn't mean you.
Transfer bomber. Are you ready?
Go
yeah,
on.
of course. Just give me 2 seconds. Foden's staying.
Yes. Also, what I'm going to do is
Pat did say I can't lie though, and I've got to call him out on that. I can't lie. Blood. Mendem said
some
I
training
can't
gear
lie.
that we're going to give away. This is a size medium. They're not all this year's. So we've got that we're going to give away, which is like a quarter zip.
Nice.
Footer,
that looks about my size, Martin.
A size.
Just say.
So we're going to give that away on the channel. So one lucky winner. We've also got something else, and they've all got the original labels on. This is a size large, which is another zippy sort of hoodie training top from Manchester City. And also we've got a pair of pants as well that we're going to give away. Oh, no, that's the top. And they were the pants. The pants and one of the tops are large. And the side training 3/4 zip is medium. So they will have to go. So we'll give them away on the channel in the next 7 days. Too small for my chippies. Don't worry, mate. So yeah, I understand they won't fit everyone. I
think. Can I just say? I think Inter missed a beat with the signing of Johnny Stones. What they could have done is recreate the Kagul video. Do you know what I mean? But it could have been like with some Italian kind of classic clothing, and instead of the Mondays, they could have put Tarzan Boy, but by whoever did Tarzan Boy, because that's the biggest Italian hit ever. You know, so and then just had Italian lads doing all that stuff. They should have done that. I would have.
They
done
dress
that
them smart over there, Trevor. They dress them smart.
They certainly do. I wonder, Ticini. He's got a Ticini. Is that still a thing, Ticini, or have I been away too long?
God.
I do love it. Obviously, before he went there, he was in Ibiza. I love how he's just gone straight from Ibiza to there. Like, that's our John Stones.
But you look at how he's dressed and his hair now. He looks Italian. I put his new name is Giuseppe Piestra, which is John Stones. Piestra is stone in Italian.
What'll get me? What'll get me if he starts talking fluent Italian, then there's something wrong.
Accent. Ciao, Bella, love.
I hope he hadn't done a trend. Yeah.
No, I think when you go back to that last game of the season when you saw how much tears he was in on that bench.
Oh, that was bad. It was beautiful, but that's the romance in the game that we talk about for the stats FIFA guys. That's the romance we talk about, right there.
One of our own.
Yeah.
I just hope he's not going to be fit all the time for Inter.
No space tonight, mate. No space. Because there's lots to do. Lots and lots of shows coming up. Did I miss any bombers? No. Don't forget, on Tuesday at 1 p.m, there's going to be the live City Ramble live with me and Tone. That will be on Tuesday at 1 p.m. So there's loads. That's where we'll try and get the bombers and any news that we can get out. Hopefully with an update. There's no updates at the minute. The negotiations are still going on for Buwadi, despite what Lille's owner has said. They are still after him. Like I said, hopefully
he's just arm wrestling.
Yeah, very much. Like I said, I think the club do want to make a decision on Rodri soon. There's got to be. I think, like I said, I think they're at standstill at the minute. We've got to make it.
We can't go into this next season arms up because people, even fans.
There's got to be a close, to this.
I've read a lot today. I'm in a WhatsApp group with a lot of match-going fans, and some of the stuff I've read today is starting to turn on him.
I said this, Danny needs to go. I said this to Trevor Gov. I said even the match goal is going now.
Yeah.
He needs to go for his own.
And now is the best time for him to go. Because if we have another season,
I said this, Danny, he's not going to get the love. He's not leaving in a nice way. He's not going to get the send-off that I think people think he will if he stays.
But practically, if we go into another season dependent on having a Rodri, and then we don't have him the following season, I think that delays what Maresca needs to do, by a year.
He needs to know.
It does. Yeah. Just for me, though, for my this is what you kind of said about the youth mind. I just kind of want that integration with his replacement. Kind of like we did with Fernandinho and him.
Just if he does that last season, it's with gritted teeth, innit? It's with gritted teeth that he does that last season now. You know what I mean?
Maybe not. I get why you feel that, but I'm not sure. I don't think that's in his character.
You know, Martin, you go to games. Listen, he has one bad game and people are feeling this negativity towards him. They're on him straight away. And it's non-stop. Everyone will be full force. And I mean, you just think we can't do that. And it turns the fans in the stadium that it's the wrong atmosphere. We want the togetherness, not all being divided.
Right.
Yeah.
That's important, Danny.
I had a feeling there was the match goers were turning. I could sense that. I was talking about Bournemouth, Danny, and there was even murmurings there of this guy's not trying.
Yeah.
That was being said by the away lot of Bournemouth, which that's I call a lot of Bournemouth away. It was like, this ain't gonna end well. You could tell.
I don't think it's as much of a blow as the amount that we've talked about it is. And again, now is the time. Now is exactly the right time, because we don't want to be dependent on Rodri for another season when we're trying to do something different.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd see a dark side to him, but I think we have.
Yeah, and it might.
The one thing I will say, there's a tweet going round, by the way, tonight. Someone's come out with a tweet. Lee Gates, thank you for sending it me, mate. City are not done with their business. Load of bollocks. Please ignore silly tweets like that. Maresca's words, lots to do.
Yeah.
There is. So just chill out, sit back, and enjoy the ride. Because do you know what? In about a week or two, you'll be going, fucking hell, I can't keep up with this shit.
I enjoyed it. I think it was Bolton that said it with you, Martin. That Nathan Aki transfer, I bloody loved it. You heard nothing about it.
And then,
like that.
Yeah.
But remember, if we don't sign the one or two players that you want us to sign, and we sign other players, it's not been a shit window.
That will be the story, though, won't it? Because people have got a wish list, and if you don't take that wish list, this is what I can't understand about Anderson. Weeks ago, everyone was like, he's going to solve our midfield. Physicality, he solves that. We signed him. You got what you wanted. He's not the answer. Huh?
No, I know.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, I will say this. I think Rodri could have dealt with it a bit better. I think he's let his agent speak too much. I just think it's not going to end well. I wish him all the best. We shouldn't be name calling him. Just wish him all the best. Madrid have to come with the offer. That's reasonable. I'm not saying sell him for cheap.
Yeah, but you need to drop the slander though. Watching him flirt with our rivals and all that stuff and twerking, and just drop that language because it's unhelpful. And to Sean Fogarty, Bernardo wasn't begging to go to Madrid though. Oh, for 2 years he was trying to leave City, and Pep kept him.
Yeah, I think, Trevor, unfortunately, I think the Madrid thing has triggered everyone.
I don't know if you've read that about Bernardo.
Yes, we have.
Apparently they want to sell him.
We've talked about, that's garbage. Ignore that. That's garbage.
Because apparently, I was reading somewhere, Marino wants to sell him straight away. I'm like,
yeah, that's garbage. I ignore that, mate. We are in silly season. Yeah, we talked about Vic Tays being class, and we said there's a decision to make on Vic Tays because
here we go. Late comments. Here we go.
I think he stays with the squad.
He's a snake. He's a snake who scored as a Champions League winning goal. Shut up. Grow up.
No worries, mate. Who else do they want?
Thanks, Luke, by the way.
I don't know. Right, we'll leave it there. Governor Danny, Trev, thank you for joining us.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, I'm with you. Still love Rodri, and he's a legend. It is
100%. Yes.
And I should be there for the Bournemouth game. I'm so excited.
I won't be there for the Bournemouth game, I'm afraid.
Part-time plastic.
Yeah, I'm going away. I don't give a shit.
What plastic? Get out of my club.
But I'll be there for the Arsenal game in Cardiff. So fuck off all of you.
I'll be with you. I'll be there, Martin.
Where's
friendly?
I'm jealous.
I'm right behind the goal.
Also, I'm in L41.
42, is it? What is it? 42? I don't know.
L41 or 42. I'm in one of them.
I'm sure I'll see you.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Us real fans, I'll have a catch up, Danny. These fucking plastics who sit there fucking on the fucking telephone and the fucking thing.
Wankers from foreign countries.
More plastic, yeah. Traveling fucking Thailand and going Australia, these fucking fans.
No, I'll be there. I'll be driving in with our kid from Holmfirth.
No, right now.
All the way from Holmfirth to get to that
you're
game.
in Thailand, he's in Australia.
You can pick up Rigsy.
You and Governor are foreign plastics at the moment, and that's the way I'm calling it. Deal with it.
Every time Governor comes on, he's got them blue skies in the background. I just look outside my window and think, fucking hell, what's going on? It's brilliant, that. Honestly, I love it. Makes me want to go on holiday all the time.
And it's winter.
Yeah. That's the worst bit. I'm like, ow.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to Loch Ness. I'm going to Loch Ness. So it's been planned for a while. It was already planned before the fixtures come out. So it is what it is. Anyway, right. Take care, all. We'll see you. I'll see you at some stage tomorrow because there's 3 shows: South Stand, Catch Up, and Hussam. A-listers, I'm on there. I'm on from 6:30 right the way through till 1 in the morning. So yeah.
I don't like how he talks about us when you're not there.
Yeah, we don't do it when I'm there because he fucking knows he can't when I'm there, you see.
Correct.
He knows I can't because I'll fucking destroy him on the knowledge. That's why he doesn't.
Is there any more Blues Brothers, Martin?
Yes, I'm still waiting. If you do want to be a member, they are taking a bit of time off because we're going to do 2 a week. There's JSGC, Sarah, Andy's messaged me on email. I need to get back to him. Stephen McInerney wants to come on. Daps is coming on. Loads of people. You want to come on? It's just there's 2 a week and there's a backlog. And listen, these are going to go on all season. It's not just a pre-season thing. These are going to continue throughout the season.
The Elton Wellesby interview is half edited. It's just that because I'm moving countries, I've had quite a lot on, so I'm going to get to it in the next couple of days. And I remember I spoke to you about one of the world's biggest sponsorship experts is Paul Poole, who is a client but also a mate, and he's committed to either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday for the interview with him. We'll be looking at the sponsorship of the World Cup and what went wrong and how sponsorship works in football in general and major sports. And he's a top guy. He's a really funny guy. And also he's an expert at this stuff. He's got some great stories from his time. He was a marketing director for Levi's and a couple of other companies in the 80s. He's a really good guy. It's going to be a great interview. Yeah.
You're moving countries, Trev. You're not coming on a boat, are you?
I'm not going on a boat. No, fortunately. I was going to fly to France and then come up. I was going to fly to France and then come over on a boat just to piss people off.
You don't need a visa now, do you?
I'm a fighting age man.
Yeah. Won't go there.
Alan would be well asked.
We won't go there.
It upset Alan. It's worth doing just to upset Alan.
Crazy.
But anyway, right. Have a great time all. Smash those likes. You like the person going on the boat? What boat? Who's going on a boat? Donna.
Well, that's it. I'm changing my flight. I'm flying to France.
Donna's not really Donna, Trev. Move on. Donna's not Donna. That's not a
Cheers,
real
Jim.
picture. I'll speak.
She's
I'll tell you.
non-binary.
I'll tell you afterwards. Anyway, take care all. Smash the likes. And as always, up the Blues.
Ta-da.
A great opening Savo by Maresca. More to come.
Yep.
Positivity. Let's go.
Take care,
Blues.
boys.
See ya.